Hey everybody, happy Monday. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I did. It went too fast, but yeah, I had a good weekend. Hey Miss Walker, how everybody doing? Hey Auntie Barbara. Good afternoon, Miss D and chat. Hey girl. I had a good weekend, but the weekend went fast, but I did relax. I did relax. It was cold this weekend, but today it's 76 today, so it's a little better today. But I had a good weekend. I did relax. Yes, I did. And I was happy. But I hope everybody had a great weekend. Yes. Hey, Miss Smith. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you too, sweetie. Yes, we can hear you. Okay. Ray Ray. Hey girl, how was your weekend? Hey, open book. I had a good weekend, y'all. Sitting back laughing and joking and hey, just enjoying y'all. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to do. You got to laugh. Mm-hmm. Now I know y'all seen that last video that um nothing but the truth dropped. Did y'all see the video that she broke down some of the injuries? Did y'all see that video that she did drop of some of the injuries? Because I had seen it. That was a great video. That was a great video. Great video. She did a great job breaking it down. You know, I like the way she break her videos down. She do an excellent job. She really do. Oh, you didn't see it, sis? Well, I'm gonna pull it up for the ones that didn't see it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Can I? Uh, let me see. I think that was yesterday she dropped that video. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, yesterday was Sunday, right? So let me see. Yeah, I think it was. Hold on. All right, hold on. Do 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 do. All right. All right, I got to bring it up on stage. Okay, I think I brought it up. Let me see. Okay. Hey, Lakeisha, how are you doing? Happy Monday, my love. 777. Hey, girl. So this is the video that she dropped yesterday. So Ray Ray said she didn't see it. So I'm gonna bring it up for the ones that may have seen it, and y'all can give y'all perspective on it. Um. Hey, my beautiful people. Hey, sis, how are you? Happy Monday. Hey, Karen. So let's listen to the video that she dropped yesterday.
Back with another video. Let's talk about it. I did tell y'all that I was going to review the autopsy report, and this is where things stop making sense. Now, GPD said it was an accident. Lulu said he jumped from a moving vehicle, but when I read the autopsy report, none of these things add up. So let's get into it. Now, y'all already know I got to throw this disclaimer in here. I'm not here to tell you what to think. I'm here to show you what the reports say. Now, I want you to tell me if it makes sense. Do this sound like an accident? Do something feel off? I need y'all to tell me in the comment section after I review the autopsy report, what do you think about this situation? Now, at the end of the day, all this is assumptions and speculation. Now, it is a fact that Tyrone was found on the side of the road. Now, it is a fact that Tyrone was found with multiple injuries to his skull. Now, what I don't know and what we don't know how Tyrone sustained these injuries. But according to GPD, it was all an accident. But according to me, ain't no way in hell this man slipped and fell and had that much trauma to the brain. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But that's just my opinion. But anyways, I'm going to drop this video and y'all tell me what y'all think. Now, the first thing that I do want to talk about is this body diagram from the medical examiner office. Now, this is a body map where the medical examiner office took their time to examine Tyrone Davis' body. They labeled everything so we would know what was done by the hospital and what was done before he was admitted into the hospital. Now, this is very important because a lot of people feel like some of these scars and wounds came from the doctor when they was operating on Tyrone. The medical examiner office labeled everything inside the report. So that's how I know what was done before the hospital and what was done after the hospital. Now, this is just a simple diagram. It really don't break down anything. It's just labeling where he had scars, bruises, wounds at, and they also label where the IV was inserted into his body. And also they will tell you that he had surgery, and they also staple his head back. Now, I don't want to focus on the wounds that was created by the hospital. I want to focus on the wounds that was created before he was admitted into the hospital. So let's focus on the front of Tyrone's body. And I really want y'all to pay close attention to his facial area because that's very important. Now, I have heard that a lot of people is saying that most of Tyrone's injuries came from the hospital, but that's a lie. Most of Tyrone's injuries came prior to him arriving at the hospital. So I know y'all see a lot of wording and y'all might not understand. So I'm going to circle the area that I'm going to break down because those areas are very important.
Hey,
so I'm going to start with Tyrone Davis' mouth. On the side of Tyrone's mouth, he got 2 linear wounds. Now, this did not come from the hospital. This did not come from tools being placed in his mouth because if you look below, you see that the medical examiner announced that these are the marks from the tools under the linear wound. Now, for the people who might not understand what a linear wound is in, medical terminology, it's just a scrape or a cut on the side of his mouth. So moving on to the next injuries is a contusion between his eye. Now, prior to Dro going to the trip and when Dro posted that picture on social media, Dro ain't have no mark between his eyes. He also didn't have a cut on the side of his mouth. I have proven that at the beginning before I started to explain his injuries. So a contusion is nothing but a bruise between his eyes. So the question is, how did Dro get it? Moving on to his eye area. So according to the medical examiner office, Dro had 2 black eyes that came from the impact of the blunt force trauma to his skull. See, this ain't come from one hit. It seemed like somebody hit Dro with so much force to the point that it fractured this man's entire skull. So let's talk about the back of Tyrone's body because the other areas is the surgical areas where they had to go inside Dro's head, drill, and they re-staple it. But Dro's demise was very painful. So let's talk about the injuries that Dro sustained to the back of the head because this is the most important area that I want to talk about, and this is why Tyrone Davis is not here with us today. Now, according to the medical examiner office, Tyrone suffered multiple fractures to the skull. The middle compartment and the back part of his skull base was fractured. Now, if you look at the diagram, Tyrone Davis only had 1 wound to the back of his head. Therefore, whoever hit Tyrone or whatever Tyrone hit, the impact had to be so much powerful to the point that it caused multiple injuries to his skull. It caused a fracture in the middle of his skull. It caused a fracture to the back of his skull, which injured his brain and led to his brain to swell and bleed. And what stand out to me is Tyrone only got one injury to the back of his head, in the middle of his head. And according to the medical examiner office, they stated that it was no other injuries external. External mean outside injuries to Tyrone's head, but he had a lot of internal injuries to his skull due to the impact of that one wound. Now, if you look at the other wounds on Tyrone's body, you see he got two wounds, one on his right elbow, his left elbow. He got wounds to the middle of his back. He got wounds to his upper back, and that's about it, right? So he did have other injuries to his body, not just to his head. So let's get into the toxicology report. So according to the toxicology report, Tyrone was not intoxicated. His alcohol level was 0.02, very low. So therefore, he wasn't impaired at the time of his injuries. However, he did have ketamine in his system. Now, I have seen a lot of people speak on the street lingo of ketamine, which is Special K, and people do use that on the streets to knock people out, and they use it as a great drug. So a lot of people is confused on why would a hospital give Tyrone Davis ketamine if he already was unresponsive for one, and he already was declared brain dead. He had no brain activity for them to even prescribe that to him. Now, allegedly, according to the screenshot that I got, they gave Tyrone Davis ketamine to sedate him. And I also heard that they gave him ketamine in the hospital to do a procedure. We really don't know when Tyrone Davis received ketamine, unless they got an EMS report to show it, unless they got medical records to show that that's when the hospital gave him that drug. I don't know when and where and how Tyrone Davis got ketamine in his system. Everybody could assume that the hospital gave it to him. That's your assumption. Until you can prove it, you just assume it. And let's not act like ketamine is not on the streets. And another thing, right? And I'm not trying to be out here to spread rumors about, Lulu. But according to the Davis family, they said Lulu got a mental illness, was dealing with some type of depression. Usually when people are dealing with depression, ketamine is prescribed to them through a nasal spray. I'm just saying, make it make sense. Connect the clues to get to the truth. But at the end of the day, y'all tell me what y'all think.
And it startled everybody. The neurosurgeons are saying that the injuries, the trauma to his brain is not consistent with a slip and fall. He has a laceration in the top of his head. A big...
Okay, so the hospital said that. Why did they close this case? If she just said the hospital said that is not consistent with what's going on with his body, then why did they close this case? The hospital should have had told the police the same thing. Do y'all agree or disagree? What do y'all say? Yes, this is crazy.
Bruise in the top of his head. There's fracture in the top, fracture in the back. There's swelling on the brain, and they don't expect him to recover. Her story has changed a couple of times. She called one friend and said it happened at the cabin. Yes. And that she drove off to give him space. But then we thought to call the cabin today, and the the property manager said he was here Saturday. There were witnesses by the cabin that heard the commotion, the argument. They heard banging, and then they never saw him.
She loaded the car.
That was the end of that video, y'all. Now, why did they close this case if the hospital told the family that? Why did they close this case? This case should never have been closed if the hospital told this family that. Now, I'm only going by what I heard on the video. Okay? Because I don't know if the hospital said that per se. I don't know. I don't know if she's just making up this story and saying what the hospital said, or the hospital really said it. But did the hospital fail this too? Did the hospital report this to the detectives? I'm just asking. Did they report this? Gainfield Police Department, I gotta say, they really dropped the bomb on this boy. They really, actually, literally did. They did. Hi, D in chat. Hey, sweetie. based on the witnesses state that it looked like a guy was in the back seat behind the driver and drove sitting behind the passenger seat. That explains the left side. That explains the left side of his lip cut. Oh, good point. Good point. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know. This is just this is crazy. I'm going off someone's word. Wait a minute. I'm not going off no one's words of mouth no more. If I don't see the receipts to hear from the horse's mouth, I can't believe nothing anymore. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. I respect that because it's been so much. It's been so much. It's been so much. I agree. No medical examiner is who depends on the mention because the death, so it could be reopened and never closed based on the other information. Right. So Lulu told the family it happened at the cabinet. Yes. That's when she first told the family that it happened at the cabinet. That's what she told the family. Yes, she did. Yes, she did, Miss Ray Ray. Hey sis, you've been saying that whatever happened, it happened at the cabinet. Yes. Now, I listen again. I can't take Lulu out because the simple fact Lulu was there and she definitely knows what happened. If she didn't put her hands on him, she definitely knows what happened to Dro at that cabinet. She knows everything. That's what I'm gonna say. Hmm. It's just so much. It's so much, y'all. It's just so much. It's a lot. I mean, again, hey Brittany, we all just speculate. And why I say that again, y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying we speculate because none of us was not there. None of us was there. When I say none of us, not even the Davis family was there. Nobody, no supporters, no content creators, nobody was there. None of us was there. Okay. Even the family is speculating because they only going by what Lulu told them and what they can think of that happened. The police wasn't even there. He's speculating off of what Lulu told him because he don't know. So yes, this is all speculation. No matter how people look at this situation, it is all speculation. Nobody was there. Nobody. Period. And that's on everything, whether we want to admit it or not. The family doesn't even know. The family is going by what Lulu told them and what they feel that they think what happened. Because if they knew, somebody would be in jail, right? Somebody would be in jail. So yes, everybody is speculating. Yes, we all seen the toxicology reports. We seen all the videos that nothing but the truth put out, and we're still speculating about the videos, the the medical records and all of that stuff. Yeah, we all speculating off of all of that. Yeah, Miss Cameron, I get it. I get it. Yeah, nobody was not there. Nobody was not there because if somebody was there to tell the real story of what happened to Dro, that case would have never been closed and nobody would not be guessing. I don't have to talk to the family to know what happened because they don't know what happened either because they was not there. They're going off of what Lulu said and they're speculating also, meaning they're trying to figure out too what happened. So they're trying to come to their own a conclusion of what could have happened to Dro. And that's on everything, period. I mean, every case I covered, I speculated because I was not there. I was not there. So, of course, you got to speculate because you was not there. I mean, look at Ramika case. We speculate, even though that it was a lot of things that dropped, we had a lot to work with Ramika, but we still did some speculation because we wanted to know what took place before this girl gunned her down. What did Ramika say? What did this girl say to her? You know, was she in the car? Was she out of the car? We speculated, right? Because we did not know. Even the family was trying to piece that part together. But when it came to putting medical reports out, like, you know, with the toxicology and all that, they didn't get upset. They didn't get mad. It was transparency. It was transparency. Okay? And again, whoever covered Ramika's story, if something wasn't right, the auntie would come on the panel and she would correct it. Other than that, she let us go for what we knew. And I respected that with her. I always gave her the utmost respect for that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. When you cover a story, if you wasn't there, we can't say what happened. None of us content creators was not there on Ramika's story. But again, everybody worked together until that girl was arrested. Everybody. Even the supporters. Everybody worked together. They was calling down to that prosecutor office. It was teamwork. See, this case here, it can't be teamwork because somebody want to be bigger than the other person. Somebody want to know more than this person. Somebody want to put this out first. Somebody want to do that. Somebody want to do that. You know what I'm saying? This not about that. It's about getting justice for a man that lost his life. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Hey, Miss Edwards. It's about a man lost his life. It's not about none of these content creators. It's not none about these supporters. It's about a man that lost his life. And the truth needs to be revealed for him to get justice for losing his life and being left on the side of a road. That's what it's really about. That's what it's about. It's sad that it can't be one narrative in this story. That's why it's hard to get justice for us. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You got to be on one accord. You don't have to be best friends. Listen, when I did Ramika's story, I let everybody have their opinion on their platforms because I'm not in control of nobody's platform. People do what they want to do, say what they want to say. You feel me? Again, if I don't like what people say, I don't watch them. But I respect what they feel. That's just me. I always been like that. I respect how they feel. But you ain't gonna gaslight me neither, because I ain't stupid. I can't stand for somebody to gaslight me and try to spin a narrative. That ain't gonna happen with me. I cannot stand gaslighters. And I know when I'm being gaslighted. I can't take that gaslighting stuff. That gaslighting stuff is just too much. Hey, Freddie. Happy Monday. Yes, you have to learn to be on one accord, you know, and some of these supporters, they can become messy, you know, and have you going against another content creator because they're messy. They're messy. You feel me? I know how I go. I know how I go. Trust me. I definitely know how I go. But if you want justice for somebody, you got to be, you know, I don't know. I just say what I say what I feel, and I keep going with my commentary, and that's just it. Because at this point, we're all speculating. Wasn't nobody there. Only one know the truth is Lulu and God. That's it. They the only ones know the truth. They the only two people that knows the truth, and God really know the truth. He knows the truth, and after a while, it'll be revealed. It definitely will be revealed. I don't know how long, but it will be. But I just say, did he really leave that cabinet with Lulu? Did he really leave that cabinet with Lulu? Did he really leave with someone else? When someone said that they heard Tyrone telling Lulu to come back in or something, she said something about, I'm not coming back in. Was there a reason why he said that? Hey, Rebecca. Was the reason why he said that? When the guy, the manager said he never seen Dro, why he never seen Dro? If Dro was there with Lulu, did he leave before Lulu? And that's why Lulu was the last one there putting stuff in the car? Then he was already beating, right? And then got threw out on the side of the road? Because let me tell you this. I can guarantee you this. This wasn't no stand-up fight on no highway, right? And this is my opinion. Because if this was a stand-up fight on a highway, somebody would have seen something. Somebody probably would have stopped, seen the fight occurring, all of that. So I don't believe it was a fist fight on the highway. I don't believe that. I couldn't see that happening. Hey, Roy D. Moss in chat. Hey, sweetie. Happy Monday to you. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, did Dro see what I want to see? I want to see those videos, if it's any videos from Papa John's. And do y'all really believe that Lulu rented a hotel room? Do y'all really believe that? Because I'm starting to think I don't really believe that. I don't know. Did she really get that hotel room? Did she go in there with Dro card and try to use Dro card to rent a room? And where was Dro when she tried to rent that room? Why didn't he go in to take his own card and rent that room? Because we know Dro loved to do things like a man. We know that for a fact. We know that. So where was he when she tried to go into that hotel and rent that room? Hey, nothing but the truth. Hey, baby. Happy Monday. Where was Dro when she went in to try to rent that room? Why didn't Dro go into that hotel to rent a room with his own card? I mean, I'm just saying, because that's like a little red flag to me. I'm just saying. Was Dro beating somewhere else and dropped off under that bridge after the pizza place? Again, the chicken was right beside him, so nice and neat. The wallet, the phone, the pizza was thrown across the bridge. Was the pizza thrown across the bridge because that was the stuff off? You know, to throw the pizza across the bridge. Yes, it's a lot of red flags. Yes, a whole lot of red flags. Absolutely, it definitely is. Who did he go in that pizza parlor with? What car was there? Yeah. What car was there? It's a lot. I believe they rented the room before they left the cabinet. Okay. And the person who texted and said they headed to the hotel was there waiting for them. Well, the first thing is, why is the room ever was... Hold on, these going fast. Hold on. Miss Smith, help me out here. These comments coming fast. I believe they rented the. Okay, wait. I read that one. Somebody said something I wanted to see.
Oh, well, first thing is, why was the room even reserved in his name after the fact? She should have reserved it since she reserved the cabin. She didn't reserve the cabin.
I think he reserved that cabinet. He did everything for her. Laid out all the beautiful stuff for her and everything. That's what I didn't get. The chicken placed neatly by him. Right. Right, sis. Yes. Because the chicken, you're right. Why put the chicken so neatly? Good afternoon, Miss D, Miss Smith. Hey, sweetie, how are you? Why would someone put the fake video in the hotel and the pizza place knowing that company isn't going to release the video in an ongoing investigation? Well, it ain't no ongoing investigation now. The case is closed. Until they're trying to see now, can they get it reopened back up? But for now, it is closed. But if he told his dad to get him, I don't think he wanted to go to the hotel. He wanted to go home. Right. That's what I get from that. I get that man wanting to go home with his kids. Oh, okay. I was confused on that. Thanks for clarifying it. You okay, sis? How can the case be closed without the footage? Well, the case been closed now for a couple of weeks. That case been closed. It's been
the police have that footage.
You think so, Miss Smith?
Absolutely. If there is footage to be had, the police already have it. Now, if I felt like they was doing a bad job, I don't like the popo. So if I felt like they was doing a bad job, I would be out here singing they did a sucky job. I don't think that happened in this case. Because when they don't do any investigation for us, they not showing up at places. It just wouldn't even been. They wouldn't have been at the hospital.
I agree, Rebecca. I agree. But the thing is, she's not going to come forward and say what really happened. That's the thing. I agree. Hey, Terry.
Everybody keeps saying that about Lulu, and I don't understand why y'all would say that. That's like volunteering to go to jail. Who's doing that? My question is, you go first. Tell some criminal stuff you did. Ain't no way. If it was me, I'm not coming forward at all.
Okay, she said he allegedly texted his son around 4 something, but they can't confirm if that was actually him texting his son. Got you. I remember they said that in the video. Yeah, I remember that.
But that was on Saturday, right?
I'm not sure, Miss Smith. I'm not. Hey, AB, what's going on, my love? How are you?
What I was saying to say is that some people talk to the son. I talked to Dro after the son talked to him. If I wasn't confusing the time.
Karen says she don't believe he went to the pizza place, but I do, because I think Polo did say something about the pizza place. He said, what did he say? Tell who was at the pizza, what happened at the pizza place?
He said, tell what Dro was doing at the pizza place.
Yes, that's what he said. He said, tell what Dro was doing at the pizza place. Now, I don't know if he said something about a hotel, but that's what he said about the pizza place. Now, do I know why he said it? I don't know. I don't know why he said it.
I feel you open book, but at the same time, we got to remember the only time frame that they really needed to investigate was that 28 missing minutes. That's the time nobody, I can run that time down and we pretty much got it down, but that's what the cameras are for. To show that they arrived at the hotel, to show that he went to the Papa John's. I think they did their due diligence on that.
So wait a minute, it is a video statement they went to that she was at the hotel?
Yeah, they family said she was at the hotel, and they lie all the time, but she was at the hotel.
Oh, okay. So she
So
did go
if the
to the
fact,
hotel.
I said the family lie a lot, meaning they would have withheld that, because there's no way we can prove it really. Not
Oh,
unless
got
you
you.
polo,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. So if they said she went to the hotel, she went to the
Okay.
hotel.
I got you. He called it foul play without completing the investigation. I can agree with that, open book. I can agree. Now, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that the police went off of now? Do y'all remember this when it first came out when Dro passed away? Do y'all remember when the mom told the police that she think Lulu didn't do anything to her son, that it was an accident? Do y'all think they took that and ran with that also?
Absolutely not. They don't
Did
care
they
what their
see the
mama really
video?
said.
I don't know. Open book. Who open book? Who seen the video?
The family said they did not see the video. The police got a video though. They can't tell you they have a video and don't have a video. Girl, you can't play. That's funny. You see the Queens being commented said it seems like it's so many players in this. It's like a game of Clue or Who Done It. You can't play Clue or Who Done It because they taking the pieces off the board. They trying to remove them faster than you find them.
They need to release the footage of those other places. Yes, and make it make sense. Why you keep it so hush hush at this point? Yeah, we already seen some of it. Just release them all. That's true. What is Dro wasn't seen in the video? And that's why Polo is saying, say that Dro, wait a minute. What if Dro wasn't seen in that video? That's why Polo is saying that. Hmm, that could be a possibility. That could be a possibility. I never thought of that. I just want to know why they didn't see Dro leave. Why? Why did managing them didn't see nobody but Lulu? Where was Dro? Where was he?
From what the manager said, he heard Dro say, "Come back in," but he didn't see him. But he heard his voice, and then he left, which is why he didn't see him leave. The manager left that spot to go do something else, and when he came back, they was already gone.
Mhm. I agree. Where is the footage at? The hotel and the pizza place. Yes, that would if the footage with the pizza place and the hotel, that will bring a lot of shit out because it can tell what Dro was there, if he wasn't there, who was there. The hotel would tell if Dro ever went there, who was there, who was not there. Those two clues right there would be good. Hey, Latte, could it been someone else voice? That's true too, open book. Because he don't know how Dro really sound. Only thing we can say he heard a man voice. Because he don't know how Dro sound because he never seen him. So that's true. Hmm. That is so true. Because he don't, he never seen Dro. So you're right. I mean, it could have been anybody's shit. He don't know his voice. He don't know him like that. They were just rentals. He can just say, I heard a man voice. I really don't know who it was. So he probably thought it was Dro telling her to come back in. But wonder why he was telling her to come back in. And they was packing to leave. If they was packing to leave, why he wasn't helping her pack to put the stuff in the car instead of telling her to come back in?
No, she was packing to leave, and remember they was arguing about him having another girlfriend or cheating or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, I went away with my man before, and we had arguments, but we still packed up and put stuff in the car together. He just didn't sit there and watch me do it. You feel me? You
That's
know?
better than me. But it was also because their checkout time wasn't until 3 o'clock. She was leaving early, and she was saying she not going back in there. Like she not spending no more time there. She just ready to go.
Yeah, it could have been anybody's voice. He would have stepped to the door and said that, and the manager would have seen him. Yep, because the manager did say, because when Tyrone said, is this the person you seen or something like that? He said, I don't know, because I never seen your son before. That's what he said. And he wasn't lying because he hasn't never seen him, you know? The sister asked Lulu, why was you driving? Why was you driving and not drove? She ended the call. Because she knows something, y'all. That's why the girl knows something and she was afraid to tell her the truth. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I do believe something else happened to Dro. That's why she ended that call, because she couldn't answer that question. And when I say she couldn't answer the question, I don't believe she couldn't answer the question because she did something. I believe she couldn't answer the question because she knows someone else probably did something. And I could be wrong, but I'm just speculating here. So that makes sense. I think Dro was. Yep. Um, I wonder how come she didn't want to go home after the big argument. I never understood the whole thing. Yeah, I don't know, because Dro definitely wanted to go home. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. If they got into an argument, why not go home instead of checking into another hotel? That's crazy work. Facts. I definitely agree. Because I wouldn't even feel comfortable being around him at that moment with the argument. We're not seeing eye to eye. Things is not going to be good. Things can escalate. I think we need to go home, get things situated. We can talk about it. No, I would not. I know me. If me and my man was arguing, I'm not going to rent no hotel room with you. I want us to go home. Okay? Go home. Because I always say, even when I cancel people, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to keep being in the same room together, arguing, because it can escalate the situation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you leave, he leave, whatever the situation is. Now, if I was dealing with a case like this behind the scene, counseling someone, I would have said, no hotel room. Y'all need to separate. Y'all need to go home. Okay. If you have to go somewhere for a day or two, or maybe he goes somewhere for a day or two, all depends who house it was or whatever, or if y'all living together, just separate, for at least a day or two. Let this shit calm down. Y'all come back together as a couple and y'all talk about it. But me giving somebody advice to rent a hotel room and y'all already leaving another place and an argument occurred there, no.
But how is that gonna be? His people didn't come pick him up. So then they was gonna be in an even more enclosed space, which is the car, instead of going to the hotel. The hotel is bigger than the car.
Well, at this point, we don't know who picked them up, actually. We don't even know.
But if
Who?
somebody else picked him up, then it's still not Lulu. So I'm not understanding what we're saying.
If somebody else picked them up.
If somebody else picked him up and they got into it, it's still not Lulu. I just don't get what we're saying, really.
Right. I agree. If somebody else did pick him up, they was apart. The argument was over at that point. But my thing is, was he beating somewhere else and put out on that road? Because if Lulu was driving and somebody was in the back seat again, how could Lulu beat him like that and driving and then turn around and open the door and knock him out? Whew. But see, listen, y'all. Y'all keep saying Lulu had an episode because y'all got that from the Davis family. Let's be fair about it, y'all. We don't know if that girl had episodes like that. Y'all stop hearing what people tell y'all and you run with it. I'm not going to say she had an episode because I don't know if she got a mental problem. I'm not going to put that out there like that. And I want to be fair because I won't want nobody to go running around and saying I'm mentally ill. And I know the fuck I'm not. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they said. I'm not going to say that. I'm just not going to say that. What I will say, do I believe they had a heated argument? Yes, I do believe that. But I'm not going to say she's mentally ill and she just went on a rampage because I don't know that. I don't know if this girl mentally ill or not. I can't say that. And I would be wrong to sit here and say she need to go in the hospital. She need medication. She need help. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to nobody. I don't. I'm just being honest. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to say that girl mentally ill because I don't know. I just have to be fair, y'all. Do I believe she can get hysterical sometimes? And her goddamn mouth can get rough? Yeah, because we all can as females. Okay? Now, right, D, she is and was sound mind. Thank you, open book. I was not being the experience that she was. I am defender. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to say. Yeah, because I know they was putting out that she's mentally ill and all that stuff. I can't verify that. And somebody says she even got locked up for beating Dro before. I ain't gonna say the person's name, but anyway.
She said that was a lie.
Right. and one of my people did look that up and said they can't find that to be true because it's not on records anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Was she really locked up? I don't know. Do I think that she really did have an argument with Dro? Yeah. They said that she was arguing with him because of a ex-girlfriend. Probably so. Now, as women, y'all, we do have episodes when we argue with our partner, but every woman not violent. Some women just argue, you know what I'm saying? And they'll throw stuff around, but don't hit the man. Then you got some women that go through their episodes, they'll start throwing shit at you and shit like that, and they will lash out and fight you. So I don't want to say every woman fight their men, you know what I'm saying? Because some women just be aggressive with the mouth. They'll curse their man out and move on. Then you got some women out here will whoop your ass. Now me, I know I can't beat no man, so I'm not gonna sit here and say I can because I know I can't, but I know what to do with it. I know what to do with him.
But we can even give that one open book, even if we saying she flipped out and she threw something, clucked him in between his eyebrows. That hit didn't do nothing to him. Yeah, because that hit didn't unalive him. You know what I'm saying? So that part just wouldn't be a part of the incident that happened on the side of the road with him.
How long they was together, y'all? You anybody know how long they was together as a couple?
I think they said 7 years or something like that.
Oh damn, that was a long time.
Yeah. And then that boy, he called his daddy, but he didn't wait for his daddy to respond, or his daddy didn't respond. He didn't call anybody else to come get him. and he got in the car with whoever and went that way. I mean, it's not making sense to me.
So, only reason I ask y'all, do y'all know how long they've been together? Because do y'all think that out of 7 years that they was together, this was the first heated argument that they ever had?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Oh, they've been together since 2019. Okay, that was a while. That was a while, yeah. Yeah, that was quite some times. So yeah, I don't think that was the first heated argument they ever had together. So I was trying to make a point. Why would she beat him like this now if they've been together so many years? And I'm quite sure they have had heated arguments before.
Exactly. I don't think she would have just tried to have him unalive, not over him cheating. He was cheating in the beginning of their relationship. This is not something that's new
Hey,
to
honey,
her.
Drip. Hey, baby.
It'll probably just piss her off, though.
They said Dro and his dad wasn't talking in the video. Yeah, they did say that.
Yeah, but his dad also said he called him to come get him.
Yeah, and the dad did admit that he did call him too. Yes, I heard that too. That when he met Lulu, he was with his baby mother. I did hear that too. So she should have known he was a cheater any goddamn way. Look how you met her. Shit. Let's be honest. Look how you met her. You didn't meet her single. Mm. Lulu thought Joe was going back to his ex-lover.
We don't know that she felt that way. She could have been like, boy, going on. Hope you have fun. I mean, I'm just saying, because we don't know. Just because somebody arguing or fighting over something, don't mean that.
And I'm quite sure she was upset if, she's seen some shady shit in his phone, which any woman would be upset if you see your man texting your ex. So what you texting her for? You're not with her anymore. Why are you texting her? You have no reason to be texting her. If he called the dad to come get him, something was off. And Drew eyes, something else was not right. Why he did not call his homies?
But this is how I feel about that. At the end of the day, when you arguing about with your significant other, spouse, partner, whatever you gonna call it, y'all can be 1 minute mad, call somebody to come get you, and the next minute y'all hugged up before they even get back. So it's just hard to make a call based on he called his dad to come get him.
She was mad enough to hit him in the back of the head. This is why. Wait, hold on.
There is no evidence to say that she hit him in the back of the head.
Right, it's not worth it, sis. It's really not. It's about self-control. It really is. It's definitely about self-control, for real. And I'm glad that you learned that, and stuff like that. It's about self-control. You gotta have self-control. You have to. Because if you don't, you can find yourself either two places, jail or dead. You gotta have some type of self-control. I believe the cousin pulled up unexpectedly. I believe it was a robbery, and it was definitely a man involved. Why was Lulu? Then I'm
Look, he
confused.
probably put Lulu on punishment, saying, she didn't find him cheating, and now you on punishment.
Wait, hold on. He put her on punishment. What you mean punishment?
In the video, remember we talked about.
Yeah, I heard him say that, sis. But listen. Let's be honest. I heard Dro say that, but I'm not going to put words into that because we don't know what he really meant by that. We are
Right.
speculating. We don't know what he meant when he said on punishment. We don't really know what he meant when he said on punishment. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what he meant. When he said, I took it for a grain of salt. I don't know what the man meant when he said, "Is she on punishment?" I don't know. Well, she sure wasn't on too much punishment because he sure did a good thing for her. Shit, that damn day. So, but it was said, he did say it, but I don't know what he meant by it. So I don't want to really say because I don't know what he meant by that. I was trying to think, but shit, I got tired of racking my brain to try to figure out what he meant by that. I don't know.
Yeah. But Ebony, y'all gotta make that make sense because she didn't have to scream every day for the police department to give closure. They closed that case and said it was an accident. She's innocent. I mean, what did she got to scream for? If she felt like she was innocent, and then now they said it was an accident.
Who's screaming?
Nobody intentionally hurt that man. This is what Ebony said. She said, "Me personally, I would be screaming every day for the police department to give me closure and clear my name publicly on what happened to my man if I was innocent." But
well, she don't have to do that because they closed the case.
Yeah.
Now, if they would have kept the case open, she probably been screaming trying to plead her innocent. But they closed the case and she ain't got to do that. Right now, being that case is closed, to them, she's innocent.
Catherine, that's not what that medical report says. It doesn't say he was hit. I mean, not like you saying like Lulu hit him in the back of the head. They said he had blunt force trauma, which they are saying he jumped out of the car is what they mean. Not that somebody hit him in the back of the head. That's not an accident.
Yeah, because if they felt like somebody hit him in the back of the head, but even though they didn't do shit, I feel, they want to close the case. But yeah, it didn't say that. It just said blunt force trauma, and it said, I agree. My man tell me I'm on punishment too, versus when we're into it, it doesn't mean right. And I have had that said to me since before too. I have had that said to me before.
And Precious, you are not wrong. It's just she is not legally culpable for leaving him. And in fact, when she left, if we take that witness that was arrested, that was a jailbird.
No, my friend is not Lulu. Please don't disrespect my friend. She is not Lulu.
Hey,
anyway,
hey y'all. I was like, no, that's not. But we were questioning BG, not T. Smith.
T. Smith is
I really don't care.
He's definitely not Miss Smith. That is my friend.
They don't even sound.
I don't care about Lulu, and I don't care about anybody, any of the family or anything. I care about what's the truth in this situation. That's what I care about. And if something was done to him, somebody needs to come to the stage for it. But we don't need to twist all of the information to make somebody guilty.
Because I don't want people. Yeah, I don't want people to be like, oh yeah, because her platform over there, her chat, they be, lying and stuff. Yeah. That's why, listen, I always tell y'all, when documents come, I do not read documents on my platform, okay? And I told y'all that before, because I'm not into that. I don't know how to get down like, reading stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Open Book does that well, okay? When I covered the Ramika case, Open Book, Cold Piece, Upper, Keys. I don't do that over here on my platform. I may post on my wall so my supporters can see it before it's reading it. The way they break it down, I can't do that. And I'm just being straight honest with y'all. I'm not going to sit here and lead y'all on like I can break this shit down and blah, 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 blah. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I just be honest about it.
But we good at like posing questions also and, putting the thought process and commentary on it because this helps, the investigators. If they were listening, we giving them some good places to start and go and look and things like that, so it's great conversation.
Now, Open Book, what is going on with this sister thing? She said, because I heard this before too. They reported that the fire department reported stating that she was his sister. What was that about? Because I heard something like that. Like, who's sister?
Oh, yeah, she walked up, and they have the
Hey,
same last
Auntie.
name. Hey y'all, and hey Brandy. And so when she walked up, she told them that she was his sister, not his girlfriend. So to me, that's already a red flag that you're hiding something. If you know you're not his sister, then why are you telling these people that you're his sister? And see that she already knows that if she would have said girlfriend or wife, they're gonna look at you suspicious because y'all were together. But when she was saying her and her brother got into an argument and things in the car and left it like that, like what? So they should, if anything, if y'all have seen something like that on a report, the police department, this is why I say they did not, the GPD one did not just do their job the proper way, in my opinion, because
Oh my God, open book. I never knew she told the fire department that she would. So who?
yes,
I don't
that's a
know.
red
We have
flag.
to no. We have to prove that because I don't believe she said she was his sister.
What you
Remember
mean?
they have the
They
same. They have the same last name, and the fire department doesn't interview people. They just get the names. So they probably said, "Oh, they sister and brother." We can't
no.
just jump and assume that she said it. She didn't say that.
But somebody said the
I
police, the fire
respectfully
department
disagree.
told them she said it.
Yeah, that's
Because
what
my
people
thing,
are. No, that's
you gonna tell, because my thing is this: if I say, if I'm getting out of the car with my husband and we were in an accident or something like that, and I say we have the first last name, naturally most people will think that's your spouse. Naturally they will go to that part first. I believe they asked her who was she, and then the name part could have verified that part, that okay,
Please
well
stop
maybe this
being
is the sister.
disrespectful. I'm going to time you out. Please don't say that no more in my chat. If you do
Ooh.
it again, I'm going to time you out. Please
you can
don't do
listen. You
that.
can definitely listen to me because ain't none of the rest of y'all defending anybody. Y'all just throwing narratives out there without going with the evidence. Am I going to say that it's not always the way we're thinking? Yes, because I have my own brain and I can think. If you
Yeah.
have critical thinking skills, use yours, and then
Yeah,
come back and
and
call
we
me.
need disagreeing, y'all. We know each, like we are cool like that. So it's not like we up here arguing with each other. Like she has
Yeah,
her
we
thoughts,
are
I have
all
my
cool.
thoughts,
Even nothing
and
but
we
the
not,
truth. We are
you
all cool. But stop saying that. Don't stop saying that she's Lulu. Stop. If you say it again, I'm going to time you out. Don't do that. Please. Everybody else being respectful, but you keep saying she's Lulu. Don't do that. Because I feel like you disrespecting my friend, and I don't like that. Like, don't disrespect nobody that I rock with. I don't like that. Like, don't do that. If I didn't rock with her, you can say what you want to say, but no, don't. Yeah, no, I'm big on loyalty. I don't like
yeah.
all that. And everybody in my chat that come in my chat, if somebody come in and say something to y'all, I'm gonna do the same thing for y'all. I'm gonna have y'all, back too when I know you don't mean no harm or something somebody said about you that's not right. I don't like stuff like that.
So aren't they a
We
couple of
are
years
all
apart, or are
going
they the
to
exact same
respect
age?
everyone. Thank you so much, sis.
I
Yes,
don't
Keisha.
know.
Thank you. Thank you, Keisha.
I don't know how old she
Because
is.
the reason why I said I think they thought that they were siblings was because you're in that college town. It's mainly a college town. It's not going to be a lot of married people in the college town, students. So it's a lot of assumptions I think going around.
I forgot who I heard say that. I can't remember the video. I don't even want to lie. That someone said that she told the fire department. The fire department asked her who was she, and she said that she was the sister. I can't remember what I
That
heard.
was on the activist when she was reading the paperwork. So if they put that assuming, then they're wrong. Okay. If they making assumptions, putting that on paper, then we're wrong. Okay. Somebody needs to be called out. Either she was wrong for telling them that, or they're wrong for making an assumption on an official document, because that looks like a potential red flag. And I feel that GPD should have caught that, because you're already lying. For one, she's already like, the other stuff that was going on, with the cousin texting and doing all this other stuff. It's just too much trying to be a certain type of way and not being fully honest. I think that's the downfall with her, is all of the stuff that's coming out where she just was not honest, and you not being upfront with what actually happened. I'm not
Right.
believing the 20 miles per hour stuff and him jumping out of a vehicle. They can miss me with that. Okay. Like what really
Brandon, she said the actor said that. She said the actor said that
yeah,
in the
she said
report
it.
that
From the document.
Lulu told the people that. She says it was in the report. Now, why would
Mhm.
she say that? No, so just saying I'm his girlfriend. I mean,
Right. So
that
they
was
were gonna look at him.
off. Yeah.
But
It's
even the witnesses, the couple witness said that she said that she was the girlfriend when
But
she
that
got
was
out. So I
when
don't.
they came up, not the fire
That,
department. This was the fire department report.
yeah, but she. Why would you even tell the witnesses that if you're going to tell the fire department a lie and you're going to tell the police something different? That part doesn't make sense to me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
she
I
probably
think that was
wasn't
just a mistake.
Thank
thinking,
you so much, sis. I appreciate that.
too much.
Thank you. She
And
said,
her
well,
life
your discernment should have told you that that's not her. If this your first time here, because T. Smith is always here. It's a difference between disagreeing, but being disrespectful. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. 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 She should have just been honest and say, I'm the girlfriend. What do you think? She was scared or something? That's why she said she was the sister. I mean,
mm-mm. If she did something, that would be trying to
right,
cover it
scared.
up.
Right, right, right.
Mhm.
I don't know, but when you talking to the fire and the ambulance, you really, if she said it to she would have been better off saying, "I'm the wife," to an ambulance or anybody, because if she said it, she was going to get information. And when she got to the hospital, she still couldn't get any information because she didn't identify as the sister at the hospital. So
Right. That's why
I
I'm
don't know
saying that
why
looks
this one
suspicious.
place, yeah, I don't know why this one place is saying she's a sister when nobody else has said she claimed that. That's what I'm saying.
So when
That's
she
why
went
to
to
me
the
she should have said
hospital, did she tell the hospital who she was when she went
She said
to?
fiance.
So why she didn't tell it? For the fire department, she was the fiance. God damn, what the hell? What the ham and cheese? What in the ham and cheese is going on here? You told the fire department you the sister, but you're gonna tell the hospital you the fiance. What in the dickens going on here?
Right. And then on one of those reports, didn't it have the sister's name and his mom's name? And I was like, I don't know which report that was, but I was like, well, why is the sister's name on there? I was like, these people ain't verifying no ID, no nothing. We just write stuff down. I'm just like, this is just too much.
See,
I didn't
here
know.
when you get involved with anything here with the police, that's the first thing they ask for here. You talking to them, excuse me, you have ID, I need your ID. Then the fire department don't ask for it, and the EMT, they don't ask for it. But anything go on in any case here, even when you get a call to your house, that damn it, they want your ID.
exactly.
They
Yeah,
want
but the
ID.
fire department people, they do not ask for ID. I've had
No,
to
they
call
don't.
them several ambulances, and when they arrive, they don't. They just want to know kind of what happened, and stuff like that.
Right. But I was trying to figure out what the ham and cheese wrong with that girl. Girl, you told the fire department you was a sister and then go tell the hospital you the fiance. Now, which one is it, girl?
She wasn't neither one.
What the hell?
No, neither one. I was like, what? When I heard that, I said, now this stuff can't get no more confusing. What in the world? It's like every day something new. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. And then someone had put in under one of my videos saying that, what the family could have done because of the, I guess, like the mixture of the race there, like it's predominantly white. And like with the content creators here on Facebook and things, like the ones that's covering it, we may not be in their algorithm, because while we are saying justice for Dro, it may not be picking up. And so they brought up a group that's on Facebook called Gainesville Word of Mouth, where if you're in Gainesville, you can, like the locals there, it's like a page and group that they all follow. It's public that they all follow. And so they were like, yeah, and I just found it strange that they made one post in there back in January. And I said, huh? So I went over to the group to look for myself, and it's not that many posts in there. But someone also, when they had the obituary or I think the flyer for the funeral, they posted that because it was like, I think 2 posts, one from the family and someone shared it, then another one from the funeral. And under that post, there were people like, and I'm not, y'all know it's not a racist thing, but there were way more white people under there that's probably from that area that were commenting. And so someone said, well, have they found like any footage? Because cameras all over the place there. And someone said, and if they don't, they could use like the dash cam footage from some of the cars that could have possibly been there during that time. But see, that's why it's important to have done that earlier on, because now it's almost April, and so that could have been a possible good place to post updates and really seek out some answers too on some of those groups.
You see how they did with Ramika? They made a group for Ramika.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that shit hit like 60K real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Real fast. That group went up from there. It went up.
Because then you can get like tips from different people, like
they live in the area, right? That was a good idea, Open Book. That was a good idea. Yeah. Because she said it's cameras out there. Well, what?
Yeah, the people that live there, they said, wow, they never found out who did it because there's all kind of cameras around there. I said, oops, okay. Now these people live there. They live there, so they know. And that street, and someone else did a video that lives there that I saw on another page, and they were just kind of showing the route that they took. They showed where Miss Rena was there when she took that picture of the camera. They showed that part. They showed where the Texas Roadhouse was. It was not that far away. They showed where a local hospital was close to the site. They showed the traffic. So with the amount of traffic that was traveling, and then you have the lights take forever too. When you're sitting at a light, it's taking forever. So I'm looking like, well, how in the world, and that was around Christmas time with all of this traffic here, how in the world did no one see anything happening right here?
That is so true, Open Book.
It's too many people.
I agree with you. I agree. She said the issue is the Davis family should have talked to the investigators from the start with their concerns. I agree. I said the same. I said a long time ago they should have had a review and questions back into January. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Because I think sometimes time can get away from people.
Yeah, before we know it. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, wow, but I'm pretty sure that's why I think y'all, like, just my opinion, I don't think too much could have transpired there.
Yes.
It had to have been a quick body out. Like, I just don't see because it's like so much traffic right there and it's nowhere to really pull over. So all I could see is like a quick get out and then somebody keep going, or you have to put your hazards on and kind of move as much into the bike lane as possible. But it's so much traffic. Like, I'm looking like, well, how would someone all this traffic not see anything during that time?
What I'm saying, yes.
Right, nothing but the truth.
Mm-hmm. Right, nothing but absolutely. And that's why I keep putting in my mind, right? Damn, did he get beat somewhere else and get dropped off there after the pizza parlor? The pizza, I call it pizza parlor shit. After the pizza parlor, and then another thing is I can't get out of my head, y'all. Y'all might say I'm crazy or whatever. It's okay. But I can't get out of my head that damn chicken was so laid near him so neatly with his wallet and his phone, and his shoes was on his feet, y'all. I can't get over that, because if he had on slippers and he would have got out on his own, right? He wouldn't have kept them slippers on.
Right, especially
if you had on tennis shoes, yeah, that's possibility, But slippers,
right. Mm-mm. And then they said that the clothes were clean, like everything's so neat, too neat for me. Okay,
yeah, it just ain't right. Everything was too neat.
It looked suspicious. And then I started thinking, and then I was looking at a video last night because I was like, okay, the wallet. They said it was like the $15 in the wallet. And I started thinking, like, okay, how do we know how much money he had in his wallet? Now, I know in the video I was looking at the other night, he was pulling out kind of, money and showing, in his video and all of that. We don't know if they took what was on him because who's verified that? So they don't know if someone tries to rob him or take something. If you haven't verified bank withdrawals or if you knew how much money he had prior to that, they left the $15 from the game in there. But other than that,
and then another thing too, sis, now we know that Lulu, right? Now we don't know because we wasn't there, but we heard that Lulu went to the hotel, try to get a hotel room, or she did get the hotel room because I don't know. Okay, was his credit card in that wallet when it was laying next to him, or did Lulu already have that card in her possession when he was on the road, laying on the road?
That's a good question. I'm wondering what was all in the wallet.
Right.
That's a good question.
Good afternoon, Royalty. Hey, sweetie, how are you? The wallet and the chicken. He's not jumping out with his right. That's what I'm saying. That sounds so dumb. Like, how the fuck he gonna jump out of the car with wings, right? But the wings still in good place. But the pizza, because the nurse husband stated that himself, the pizza was over the highway. So evidently he seen the pizza. So how did the chicken become so neatly next to him?
And how do we know it was his? Did it have his name on it? And this, because that seemed like, I'm tired of hearing about these chicken and wings. How do we know it was his chicken and wings? I mean, at this point, did anyone ever verify that? Like, did it have his name or her name on it? Like, where did that part come from? Did anyone ever hear about that? Did it have their name on it?
No, I think Polo only said it had the time up there. I ain't heard him saying about the name, but he did say it was the time of the pizza on the chicken box or something.
Yeah, because I keep thinking back to that. Like, I mean, do we know that was his after so much stuff has come out and, we thinking deeper into this, like, unless they see him on this Papa John's video and he's going in there getting pizza and all of that, like, I'm trying to figure out where did that part even come from about the pizza and the wings, because that is it seems like another smoke and mirror scenario to keep us so focused on chicken, wings, and pizza for a whole month. And we still don't know if that was him. We still don't know.
You ain't never lied, open book. Now y'all see that? Catherine, you said you was listening to the activist live from yesterday, and she said the bruising and marks came from the hospital surgery. Which bruising? Which marks?
Well, he had surgery?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah, right. He did. Right. Absolutely, he did.
Oh, never mind. Nothing but the truth said. Catherine, that's a lie. The autopsy report stated what came from the hospital.
Y'all go back and watch her video. It's in her video. Nothing but the truth. Broke it down. Mm-hmm. It's in her video.
I'm with you. But it is what it is, because where he got hit in the head was where the headrest is in the vehicle. So he would have had to turn his whole back to her to get binked in the head.
Exactly, Miss Seaport. Because let me tell you, that Texas Roadhouse, because I saw it for myself yesterday on that video, and that lady was driving that route. That Texas Roadhouse is not far. So if they had left Texas Roadhouse and ended up right there at that bridge, it didn't take that long. Now, they probably had a little stop at that light, because it seemed like the lights last forever.
They was really long, wasn't they?
Yeah, like, I was like, well, okay. But did you see that Texas Roadhouse? It wasn't that far. So when I said, oh, that's the Texas Roadhouse, and then I think she passed by the Wawa, the Circle K, and stuff like that. And then the hospital. So someone has said, well, were they about to take him? Could they have taken him to that hospital or her to that hospital, and maybe freaked out that something was going wrong, in the car or whatever, and then just put his body there, dumped his body there.
She said, I don't see how she could hit him in the back of the head inside an SUV. Her hands and arm would have hit the ceiling inside of that SUV. How was she able to swing? That's true too. How was she able to swing back there to just beat him? She would have lost control of that car. Now, unless she stopped the car, put the car in park, and would beat the hell out of him. That's the only thing I could think of. I called Papa John's and the time on the box is ordered time, so that can't be true. Well, when you call Papa John, what did Papa John say, girl? Shit.
No, the boxes, the time that when they put that pizza thing on the box, I don't think it's order time. It's when it comes out of the oven. I love me some Papa John's. I eat there all the time.
Regardless, I want to know, hey Joy, if that belonged to Tyrone, because I'm gonna be mad if we done wasted 4 months saying, how did this man pizza and wings get thrown in his
who pizza and chicken was it?
Girl, I'm gonna be mad if they ain't proved nothing about these chicken wings and pizza. Women up here, how did his chicken wings end up over there? Child, that ain't even his order. We're over trying to figure out, why he going? See, that's what I'm saying. Like little stuff like that. I don't know. I guess because they said that he had gone to Papa John's, and stuff. I don't know. But it just seems so odd that they had picked up the pizza. It was going back in the same direction. Like people were trying to figure that out. And all of this, it's just that part is so out of place. I don't know.
But it's really, did you see that other video where somebody was driving it? It's kind of confusing if you're not from there. Like if you're from your area, you know how the streets work. But if you're in the area, I don't care if it's in your same state, if that area's intersections are just made differently, it will be confusing. And right there where they were is to get on the freeway, you need to be in this lane, you need to be in this lane over here. I could see how you get lost, especially if you're not, good in that area.
Right. I would have to use GPS.
This is all weird. I don't know. I just can't believe. That's sad that he lost his life. That's sad. And there's no answers. Like it's no answers at all. It's like I don't know. I don't even know what else to say. It's like it's at a standstill right now. I mean, we all speculating again because we don't know. And the family is speculating just like we are because they don't know because they was not there neither. So they only going by some clues that Lulu gave them. And on top of those clues, they are speculating to what could have happened that they think Lulu played a part in and maybe Lulu didn't play a part in. They're speculating just like us. No matter what the hospital reports say, the hospital is only putting out what they seen when he came in the hospital, but the hospital is not putting out what happened on that crime scene, wherever it happened at, because they was not there.
So Karen, I'm just wondering, like, has anyone verified if that order belonged to, or did Lulu or Dro call it in, and did it belong to them? You see what I'm saying? Because
I want to know was she at that Papa John's. That's the first thing I need to know. But I need to know, did he go to that Papa John's? Was he spotted in that Papa John's? That's what I need to know.
But even with that, I agree with Ms. D, because even with that, anybody can put their name on anybody's order at Papa John's. It's not like they're checking for your ID when you're going to go pick up some pizza.
Right.
Because I don't have friends have called me before and told me that people had ordered shit and came in their house and their name and they never ordered it.
Yep.
Yeah, but we need to at least know if it said, we can figure that part out later. But like we're gonna really figure, but you know what I'm saying? Like, whose name was it in first? We'll look into that a little further if it says one of their names.
Oh shit.
That'd be funny when them homeless people said somebody just brought us some pizza, and then all of this they knocked my pizza and wings down, and we thinking it was theirs the whole time.
We already listened to Lulu video. I don't want to play it no more.
Oh,
Yeah, we listened to Lulu what she said on the phone call. We did that last week. I don't know if you was in the chat, but we did that because Nothing But the Truth dropped that video. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I could be wrong. I just got to go back what Polo said. I'm telling y'all, I ain't gonna never forget what Polo saying now. I'm telling you, Polo said. Now listen. Now that lady said the husband said, yeah, it was a red car in front of him. I'm going back and play that fucking video. Fuck this. Hold on.
Yeah, he did. They did. The couple did talk about a red car, but he is getting that from that witness that went to jail. The one that said it was 4 people in the car.
She never said what color though.
No, the couple, the wife and the fiance, whatever she is, in that video, the one on the side of the road where he was found.
Open book. What was that video you did? How many days ago?
It was it yesterday? Yesterday on the videos.
Got it. Now we're gonna pull this shit up because I'm sick of this shit.
Oh, the other lady on that said it was 4 in there. She never said a car color. I'm curious to know what color car did she think it was.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me just pull this up. We gonna take we going back down memory lane for a second. Hold on. Just bear with me, people. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me, chat. I got to bring it up on the panel. Hold on. All righty here. Let's see. We're gonna get this shit popping. All righty. Let's go.
And so people were like honking at me and stuff like that because they couldn't see him in front of my car. And I ran up to him and I kept asking him, like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he was completely unresponsive. He was breathing and he was groaning, but he wasn't awake at all. So then a nurse and her husband came and pulled up around me. They were going around.
Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
When you arrived in the scene, what color was your car?
Black.
Your car was black.
Mm-hmm.
There was a reporter, a red car on that scene. Can you verify who red car you presume or think that was?
That was the nurses, the off-duty nurses' car and her husband's.
At this light, behind a car.
Yes.
There's a red car in front of us. There was another guy involved too.
Yes, I talked to him.
Okay, you talked to him?
Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Now he said it was another red car involved too.
Yep. And she said, yeah, I talked to him.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hold on, y'all. Let me stop that. Okay. She said it was a red car involved too in the front of us. That's what she said. Okay. Now, maybe at that time, the guy that Polo interviewed, maybe he thought it was the nurse car at that time. So that's why he could have said it was the nurse red car, because he didn't know at that moment what color car the nurse had. But the husband came out and verified, no, that was not a red car. He didn't specific say that, but in other words, he was saying it was a red car, but it wasn't my red car. You get it?
Right, because he was busy. Okay, my thing is, if he's busy helping Tyrone, and it's 2 cars, because obviously the other guy, the fiance, he said it was in front of him, right? So he went around it a little, and so it's 2 cars there at one point, but obviously because he said that he went around it, and the other guy's like, oh, okay, he's seeing a red car, but they just walking up on him. He could have assumed that they came from the red car, Because whatever happened, did the red car people leave before the police actually got there? Because if it wasn't a red car there, then why is the family member confirming to him saying that they already spoke to him? Because it should have been a correction, like who? What? Who was in the red car? You know, if you didn't know anything about that.
Hey, ladies that's coming in. Happy Monday to everyone. Thanks for joining. Make sure y'all hit the like button.
Do you see what Brandy said?
Hold on. What Brandy said? Hold on, girl.
Brandy Morse. She said, P.I. Miss D say she's sick of this shit. Keisha said she wanted to say, y'all just talk to Arthur. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all got my goddamn device over here going crazy. Hold on, y'all.
P.I. Miss D. Oh my God. Welcome everyone coming in.
Girl. Because I'm telling y'all, I think the man probably did have a mistake. He probably thought it was the nurse's car. He made a mistake. That's what I believe. I believe it. I believe that nurse did, and you heard him say it too. But that part, it wasn't up there. But remember, he said in the beginning that the pizza was all over the highway. Y'all remember when he first did that interview with the family? He said the pizza was all over the highway. God damn.
I just never understood that. I still can't get with that part. Now, there's another theory that was out there about this part too. Some people felt that witness, because he was interviewed after the fact, and they felt that witness was sent to discredit the couple statement because they pointed out the red car, and then they tried to make it look like it was the couple's car. Now, if the couple, even if they were in a red car and they knew they were in a red car, what's wrong with them saying there was another red car there? I just didn't understand that. So it's multiple things that people are saying about that part.
Who joined Facebook on March 2026? Miss Porter, the witness.
Lord, yeah, she's talking about the John Doe witness, but the John Doe wanted to be a John Doe, so he didn't.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, he didn't want his identity out. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Oh, wasn't that nasty voice that said, "I talked to him. I recognized." Yeah, I think that was her voice in that video because she was standing beside the lady nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was her.
I agree, Bless, because once you get down to it, if the police said they have video, they probably more than likely have video of him on camera. And that puts us down to only about 20.
So let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think the police got the videos from the pizza parlor, if they was there or whatever they may see, and from the hotel, and already showed this family them videos?
Well, they telling them what you will see on this or what you will see. Okay, if that police station come up with that video that was on that AI channel, I'm gonna be done. Okay, I'm gonna be done. They better actually have, because Polo was stating that, allegedly the pizza place was saying that they had not given out any footage to anyone. So where are the lies coming from? We're just trying to be on one accord with some truth. Okay, so either Papa John's lying, okay, somebody lying somewhere. Okay, because if they're saying they haven't given out any footage to anyone, and we already see what steps need to be taken from Gilchrist, because that manager, he said that based off of their policies, they don't have to give out anything without a subpoena. So
that's true.
They were trying to take proper steps or whatever. I don't know what happened with the subpoenas there, but would GPD have to subpoena to get that? Did they go through a thorough enough investigation to get the subpoenas to get the footage from the hotel and from the Papa John's? Or did they just go up there and ask, do you have footage from this? And what's on the footage? Or have they actually gotten the footage? That's the part. It's two different things.
You see what nothing but the truth said?
Mm-hmm.
I should think any business will give footage to anyone but the police. Right, right. Yeah, I mean, because they really don't have to give it to anyone. That is true.
Right. Right. It is what it is. It just seems fishy, like on that part. Because I'm just like, it's just a lot not making sense to the simple fact. The reason I question what they're saying is even in the beginning stages of while they were still investigating on the medical examiner's narrative, it said the detective said that he was investigating, but he didn't see any think that it was anything with foul play and this was an accident. He came to that conclusion before he really investigated. So then after he said, the following up part, after they went through everything, they saw that this was an accident, that he had jumped from a moving vehicle going approximately 20 miles per hour. So I think the scope of how deep they went, it was more so based off of, well, did he jump out of this vehicle? But the scope will get greater if they knew some of this other stuff that was taking place. They probably like, okay, well, if he jumping out, we just need to figure out, did he jump out this vehicle? We don't need to go see it because it's not a crime yet. It wasn't identified as a crime or that there are possible suspects. They didn't investigate it to that level, in my opinion, because they didn't expect any foul play.
Um,
I don't know,
she
because I
she
think they did,
said she
especially.
said he said it's a red car. He pointed right in the direction which was straight ahead of them. He did. He
Yeah.
absolutely did.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
look,
Why would that man lie? I mean, he don't wear glasses, so he's not colorblind, and I'm not talking about people that wear glasses. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that, because I mean, people wear glasses. Goddamn it, they're not blind either, motherfucker. That's got a little, a little problem seeing. But goddamn, they can't. Goddamn, it ain't gonna stop them from saying they seen a red car and also pointing the direction the car was in.
I don't know. For me, the GPD was the ones who put out and told the family that she even went to AT&T. I think they really were investigating her. To me, we can't call somebody racist and then say they don't do a good job because they are looking for a reason to put this girl away. As soon as it was found out that they were arguing and all of this other stuff, that's an easy layup for jail time. So I'm
They
taking
don't
all
care.
of those facts into consideration. Like if I find out, and police always tell you, the spouse or partner, intimate partner violence. That's what they say. That is the most likely culprit. They don't look too far.
I don't understand. What did they consider as an accident? What did
They
the
still
police
don't even
department
know.
consider?
Yeah, the reason, why was he trying to get out of a vehicle? Even if you just gonna stop there with accident and that he jumped out of this vehicle, to me as an investigator, you need to have some type of background. Like, okay, what caused him to want to jump out of a vehicle? If that's what you're saying happened, well, based off of the autopsy report, we're saying XYZ, ma'am. You were in the vehicle. How did this part happen? Okay, or what happened leading up to that? What was the argument about? When did y'all start the argument? Like, some of that should have came out during the interview part of how this was an accident, because we still don't know that part. We still only know, oh, he jumping from a moving vehicle. Okay, we still don't know, what did he jump, was he pushed, because we heard rolled out on another document. So words matter. Was he just pushed out and people saw this man on the ground and a car was right there, and they're assuming, oh, he must have jumped out of that car? For one, you can't jump out of a car. I mean, I could see you jumping out of an 18-wheeler or jumping out of something that's higher up. But to me, jumping out of a car, you can't even get that fast. I mean,
Hmm.
there's so much traffic right there. How did
Hmm.
he manage to, oh, we just went through this light. Oh, yippee, let me jump out of this car. Like, what? That would have made me side eye her to even come up with something like that. I don't know. Then she lying about who she is and stuff like that. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, it is. It is.
For me, it's not that weird because I take into account we don't know the slang of the area. So I don't know what slang they use in that area. I'm not from there. I'll be honest about that. So they can say jumped out of the car and mean something totally different, but I don't really know what it's trying to convey.
But like when like for example, I did a video this morning showing what 20 miles per hour look like. If that man had jumped out of a car 20 miles per hour, although that's not really fast, he would have shown way more damage, especially with his legs could have gotten run over. He would have had he could have had like some broken bones or something like that. Like nothing, you mean he did all of that and his clothes were clean and his slides were still on his feet?
Yes.
Like, come
No
on now.
rip
We gotta
pants, no
get
rip shirt,
from this part.
no nothing.
They want
Well,
us to think about like they want us to think that, and it makes it look a certain type of way, like this man was trying to commit some type of suicide, but he ain't got no dirt from the road on him, no debris on him, no leg or ankle broken from hitting the ground and a car rolling, because your body gonna still go in a direction that you were going. So that door could have hit him as he was going down, and other marks and things like that. So it's like the injuries and lack of injuries is really painting a picture. And for them to just say and go with that narrative, it just makes me feel a certain type of way. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't think that they look too deep into it. And I just hate for someone like this man has this will be his legacy. If we think about that, this will be his legacy, that y'all are saying y'all want it to be written down in history that this man jumped from a moving vehicle going 20 miles per hour. And that's supposed to be it. No, I wouldn't want that if that was my family member. And knowing that it's way more that has not been looked into, nope. That's my opinion.
I don't know. For me, the lady said, I'm going off of the jailbird witness. She said the girl was going 5 to 10 miles an hour, and she said that he jumped out of the car, but she thought it was a setup because at first they passed by and they were laughing, and then they were arguing when they came back. By the time that they came back around. And I think, to be fair, when you're driving, you're not exactly, I mean, you don't always know what mileage you were going. And if he jumped out of the car, my first thought wouldn't be to look and see how fast I was going when he jumped. I mean, I just wouldn't think to do that.
I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I just can't see him jumping out no car.
Yeah, that part it's been on my mind. I'm definitely not thinking about that. I just hate that it's like that. And then something else that I found makes me just wonder about some other stuff, which I'm not going to talk on it, but it just makes me feel a certain type of way on some other stuff.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nothing but the truth. That would, you saying Dro's skull was fractured in 2 places with 1 hit. That's a strong blow. I agree, because if your head hits that cement, that's hard. If you're going with some force and velocity, you're going to hit it hard.
So y'all think he really hit the ground, and that's where all that stuff came from, his head?
Yeah. I want to know what type of wounds he had. But see, a lot of this stuff we could have a clearer picture if we had seen the pictures of him on the ground, and we didn't see that. So because I haven't seen it, I can't speak on what kind of marks he really had. We just had the autopsy character, which shout out to Nothing But the Truth and Open Book for putting that out.
I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I just cannot bleed. I don't know. Maybe a ground can do you like that. I'm just not feeling like that.
Yeah, I mean, it could a ground can hit you, but I think that did they go through like enough information to see if that was the imprint? Was it definitely from the ground, or was it being hit with something?
And that's what I said too, open book. I feel like they should have questioned that hospital more. That
It's,
hospital should have been questioned more too. What do y'all think his injury was from? Do y'all think he did jump out of a car? Do y'all think someone pushed him out of the car? Do y'all think someone beat him in the head? What do y'all think? I would have questioned them fucking doctors.
I
It was
see
so
now.
much
This is the
time to
thing.
do a lot. It was so much time to do a lot of questioning before that man went in the ground. If that was
I'm
my son, I would have did a lot of fucking questioning.
I'm sure the police gave them what they
I
thought
don't give
may
a
have
damn
happened.
about no police right now. I'm talking about me as a mother gonna question them goddamn doctors about what do y'all think causing these injuries. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck the police
They
right
didn't because
now.
they didn't think that it went in line with what they were saying. Now, if the doctors are saying that, that's questionable. If they don't
Uh,
think,
I think when you ask a doctor a question, so we didn't hear the question posed to the doctor, but then they're saying it's not in line with his injuries. You can take that back and run with it and say anything. So I would give them more credit had it not been lies from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how they asked the question. They said he didn't fall, and that wouldn't lead to his fall. But we still know this. The girl that was just in that fight the other day was she was 12, Miss D, was in a fight, walked away, and then
Yeah, yeah.
fell over dead. So accidents happen. I'm not saying that this is what it was. I'm saying that it's a possibility. And we haven't been able to rule that possibility out. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to rule the possibility of an accident completely out.
Yeah, I'm trying to rule it all out. The accident, I'm trying to rule
Yeah,
it all
just
out. Did someone beat him? Did he fall out the car? Did someone kick him out? Was he beat somewhere else? Bring him back to the scene? It's a lot of shit I want to find out. A lot of shit. Who was at the Papa John's? Who threw the pizza across the bridge? Who placed the shit beside him? Who put his slippers back on him? So yeah, it's a lot of shit I need to know too. Like a lot. But again, I'm going back to them goddamn doctors. I'm going to question them doctors. I'm going to question them doctors to the fact as what do you think these injuries? Do you really think these injuries came from him jumping out of a car? I'm going to ask them.
it sounds
I'm
now
not
like
my
going
they
to just.
did. Uh-huh.
no, I was going to say my thing is if the medical examiner's office requested those documents from Shands, that's the hospital, and the police department, they have requested reports as well. Now, after looking over those, then that's when they made their final judgment, which is a question in my mind as to what was put on that hospital paperwork and what was put in the police report. Or did they just go with what the police said and put that down because the police said they didn't suspect any foul play?
I think they went with what the police said.
Because I sent an email back and I asked, like, do you have the report that you requested? Because I'm trying to find. They probably said, "Girl, you asking too much. We ain't got an answer to you." I mean, because I want to know if they're able to send me certain things, because like just to match up with what, because y'all, I'm gonna just be real talk. Even the toxicology part, it's showing two different things. Okay, on the narrative, on some information that they put there, and on the other toxicology report. I don't know why it's showing two different things. So that's why I'm with this stuff in my mind, questioning certain things to make certain things look a certain type of way to this black man. Okay. I'm just saying this man's whole legacy. And when something is not right, y'all, we have that feeling in the pit of our stomachs, like something is off. And when I noticed those two differences, either we definitely were left in the dark on some stuff, or there was some other stuff at play, or there was some errors in this. That's all
I think
saying.
both things are true. I even and the errors. I don't necessarily think. I think one, we have an error coming from the fire department. Two, we have open book who wants a completely thorough investigation. She want to know what they did for the whole week.
I want to know if he had seen some places now. He ordered a pizza with their name.
But when when they looking at it, what they're looking at is time frame. So once they started narrowing down her window, and they got that, so based on some of the information coming from different places, I've gotten that down to where I only have a 28-minute missing window of time that is unaccounted for. So as long as they could, and when you do the drive around, you can calculate that 28 minutes, and as long as everything lines up within that 28 minutes, and then they question her, and they interrogated her for more than once and for a while, then at that time, as soon as she didn't lawyer up, they couldn't find a way to say she did something wrong. That's all I'm saying. Because nobody, even with the witness that was the jailbird witness, what you don't have is somebody that is saying whether he was pushed out the car or he got out the car on his own. That's what we're missing. So, open book, I'm gonna need you to travel back in time and jump in the car in the back seat and tell us what actually happened.
That's what I'm saying. Then we got the backseat thing. Now look, that lady there, now that would match up with what was on the fire station's report, that he rolled out of the vehicle, and I don't think it was just a roll. I think he was pushed out. That would match up because she said he was in the back seat behind the passenger side, and there was another person on side of him. Now that would be more so, match up in the investigation. Quick push out, and someone could have misinterpreted that as jumping out, or that a car hit him because he's now on the road. If you weren't just paying attention, they could have assumed that that car had hit him, because we did hear the 911 call where it said car versus pedestrian. So maybe when they saw the car there, his body on the ground, like, oh man, did that person did he get hit by the car? Then if someone they had rolled out of a vehicle, you see them in a car, and all of a sudden they're on the ground. Did that guy just jump out that car or get out that car? Not knowing what could have just happened. So it could be, it's all about vantage point. Like, it was a movie called Vantage Point. I don't know if y'all ever seen that,
Yeah,
but the movie goes over and
Oh,
over.
okay. Nothing but the truth. I'm ready for that.
Definitely ready for it.
Oh, good. Oh, okay, because I really want to hear that. We were saying that last week, remember?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You good, sis? You good? I just wanted to, stop that, but you good.
And the reason why there are no set ways of jumping out of the car, I want to be very clear about that. There are people who have jumped out of vehicles, I ain't gonna hold you, at varying speeds, who have gotten hurt.
No.
There are different types of injuries that occur. So it's an accident. I mean, everybody's injuries aren't consistent all the time. They just have some things that happen. Like, you're gonna have some abrasions, you're gonna have some cut ups.
But y'all want to hear something? Mm-hmm. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, because I'm tired of this shit. Listen.
Girl, I almost spit out my water. You could, girl, I almost choked on my water.
No.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. I have jumped out of a car before. I'm gonna be honest. I have. Okay. I got into a heated argument, and I jumped out the car. Okay. I fell. And when I fell and it scraped up my knees really bad. I had holes in my jeans. Okay. And I had scars on my back. So that did happen to me. Okay. It was a heated argument, and I couldn't take no more. And I felt like I just wanted to get out, get away. And that's what I did. but it did scrape my knees. It did put holes in my knees of my jeans, and it did scrape my back of the part of where I fell. Okay, but it did not give me no brain injuries or anything like that. It didn't break my legs, my hands, or anything like that.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's all different. Like how people get out of that vehicle, it depends
Yeah, I'm glad
on
that
what's
that
going to
didn't do
happen.
severe damage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's crazy. Like that can happen. But if you think about it, D, how you said XYZ happened to some other parts of your body, your clothes, stuff like that. So if that happened to him, we would have seen something with that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to
But
just
you,
get out because the argument had got a little tense, and it wasn't on the highway. It was a regular road, you know. And I just opened the door and jumped out. I opened the door and I jumped out.
yeah. And
Now,
see,
do
open
you
book
know how
because he has
fast? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm
no.
not
Go ahead,
sure.
Open Book.
I can't remember open book. That was a few years ago.
Okay.
But I do remember that my knees was my knees was burning real bad, and I had open wounds, because of this scrape from this street. I did have to go to the hospital because they had to patch up both of the knees, and my pants legs was ripped. And on my right side of my body, I had scratches on the arm and in the back, and the back side.
Wow.
Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. Each one is different. And then open book, he had a scar on his knee. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then he has the abrasions to his back. Some different from others. The superficial scrapes on his back.
Uh-huh.
And so the woman said he jumped out of the car, got up, and was chasing after the car like he wanted to get back in. I don't know how true that is, but if he fell, rumbled out of the car, rolled out of the car, jumped out of the car, he rolled around on that ground, scraping up his arms and stuff.
And they didn't do
And his
anything
back.
to him because of the fact I did jump out the car, but he didn't leave or anything. He went around, he came back. A lot of people blocked me in and stuff like that, picked me up, put me on the sidewalk, but they didn't arrest him or anything because I did admit that I did jump out of the car. Now, the
Oh.
simple fact, I could have got arrested, but they didn't. I
Right.
just told them there was a little argument and I just wanted to get away, and I wasn't thinking. And the first thing I thought to just jump out the car.
Mm. Wow. I
Yeah.
didn't even
So
know
that's
that, D.
yeah, that's why I say that stuff can happen a lot of different ways, and not everybody's wounds are the same when they jumping out of these
Yeah.
vehicles. Because I saw one the other
Thank
day,
y'all. Thank y'all so much.
and this
Y'all,
man jumped
I've
out the
been
car.
wanting to tell y'all that. I've been wanting to tell y'all that, but I was just, just thinking things through and just trying to come to grips of it, because of Tyrone incident. And it took me back to that, what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
I thought about, thank God I still have my life, you know, and everything. So sometimes, like I said, I have a lot of self-control. You understand what I'm saying? So I wanted to wait until I just break it to y'all to tell y'all the truth about my incident. You know what I'm saying? Because it bothers me so much that this man lost his life. It does. Even though I don't like, how the family came out, it doesn't defeat the fact of he deserved justice for whatever did happen to him. And I pray that they do consider it to open the case back up. And ever since I've been covering this case, it's just like hit me back what really happened to me. You know what I'm saying? But now will I ever do that again? No, because I might not get a second chance. You understand what I'm saying? I learned from the first time, but I had big wounds on my leg, on my the leg part of my, I scraped up the legs, and it was bleeding and everything. Yeah, I guess the ground scraped me, and I felt like I don't know. I felt like um I I felt like at that time, like I was glad I didn't sustain really serious injuries, but I didn't know my legs were so messed up at that time until I got to the hospital. Well, first when I got in the ambulance, they cut my pants off. So that's how I knew that my legs was really messed up and I really was hurting really, really bad in my legs. And then my arm and my back was messed up. But it was really mostly my legs. I had big wounds on both of my legs. Yeah. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Thank you. So it does bother me what happened to him, you know? It does bother me a lot about what happened to him. And that's why, y'all, I really would like the truth of what really did happen to that boy. You know, he didn't deserve whatever took place. You know, he didn't deserve to lose his life like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's why sometimes y'all, when content creators cover stories, you don't know their background either. You just come out here and cover stories. Sometimes content creators cover stories because of things they could have went through in their life. You know what I'm saying? You just never
Right.
know why content creators cover stories. You don't know that. You know, people just say, "Oh yeah, they doing this, they doing that." No, never judge a book by its cover because you really don't know why a content creator is really covering a story. So this story, took me through a loop. You know, I laugh, I joke, I play around because that's what I like to do. But when it comes down to being serious, I know how to be serious. You know what I'm saying? So I always want to share that with y'all. And I say, you know what, today I'm just gonna share the story with them. And I want to tell y'all, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Wait till a car come to a completely stop. It was a red light, or y'all was stopping at a store or something like that, and you just want to get out and get an Uber home or anything like that. Do that. But please, for safety reasons, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. And when that happened to me, my kids were still small. So I thank my Lord every day that I'm still here and I'm still alive, that I can tell my story. So just think twice before you ever want to jump out of a moving car, because it's not what you think it is. It is not. But I just thank God every day that I'm still here. So.
Amen. I know that's right.
Yeah, we
Wow.
praise the Lord too that you're still here.
That's a testimony. I know that's right. God is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Precious. Even if he did jump out and hit his head, okay, she did not render aid, but she didn't know she needed to render aid according to that jailbird witness, because he jumped up and was still walking. So it's hard to say. She said she didn't look back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
September Burko said, I fractured my knee when I did it because of the way I landed on getting out the car and scraped my hands really bad. Maybe because my husband was slowing down to a stop at a stop sign.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's why that I feel so passionate about his story. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do, because I know what happened to me. I know how heated arguments can be, and you just want to get away from it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's a mistake that I would never, do again. So I'm saying to say, if that did happen to him, I'm sorry, that it had come to that he had to jump out that car to get away from the argument, if it did happen like that. 'Cause like I said, I don't know. I was not there. I don't know what really took place. I'm just praying and hoping God, that God can show us the truth. I pray on it. And I ask God that to show us if anyone even beat him and put him there. Show us, step up, because we know God is powerful and he's going to eventually show us what really happened to that boy. Was he placed there? Was he placed there? Did he really jump out that car? Now, when I did it, my shoes were still on because I had on sneakers. So my shoes were still on. Okay? It was still on. So that's why when I kept saying, well, damn, he had on slippers. Why his slippers was on his feet? I was saying that for a reason, because I was thinking back to me.
Facts. Yeah, I understand that. That makes sense.
Right. And I have like a spirit of discernment, and when something just feels off, it's hard for me to shake a feeling.
Yeah.
So I just look at it as in when there's an injustice or when someone trying to get over on someone, or it just that pushes something inside of me to rise up. Like I really just do not to say it's not possible. Like you just shared your testimony, others are in the chat, they're sharing theirs. Not to say it's not possible for people to do that. From the beginning of this thing, that just never sat well with me. I've never had a peace about that. And I definitely don't have a peace about some other stuff that's coming out. So that's why I stay on it so hard. I just want the truth to be told and to come out and all things exposed. And whoever had a hand in what happened to him needs to go to jail. Like, seriously. That's it. And
Oh,
that's all.
you see, but it is what it is. She said, yes, when I jumped out of the car, the car ran over my pelvic bone area, and thank God it didn't break a bone, etc. Doctors were amazed that that car ran over me and nothing in that area was broken. Amen.
Wow.
Well, y'all got some heavy testimonies up in here.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you, Jesus.
God is
Wow.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. God is good all the time.
All the time.
For real. It's a lot of. It's just. That's why I said, everybody need to be on one accord. We can disagree or agree. We just want to know what happened to Dro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We just want to know what happened to that man. Yes, everybody deserves to know what happened to him. Yeah, his family deserve an answer. They do. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way the police department just shut it down and believed whatever they believed. I think that was crazy for them to do something like that. So they did what they did. But if it gets in the right hand, yes, it could be reopened back up. It must now. Like me and Open Book was talking over the weekend. Remember that boy Open Book that lady is still trying to get justice for her son after 13 long years. She have not got justice for her son yet. This lady is still fighting for justice for her son after 13 going on 14 years. That's a long time to fight for justice for your child.
Right.
We talk about the boy that was in the school.
Yeah.
In high school. Now that one, I can understand that one. The boy was upside down bleeding. Make sense.
And his face, it was unrecognizable.
Yeah, man, he didn't even look like himself. And his family was very transparent. Very transparent. You know why? Because they needed help from the public.
That's a fact.
They needed help. Yeah.
Now, I believe in that case, everybody did something wrong, and I believe the school has enough money to pay people to answer whatever way they want to, basically.
Right, sis. Because when I jumped out, my shirt was dirty and my pants was dirty, and they was tore up on the knees. So yeah, I just don't understand why he was so clean. And like I told you, when I would say little certain stuff, I would say it because I would think back to my experience, but I just never want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I would just think back like, damn, my pants was ripped and shit, little stuff like that. So
yeah.
You know, if y'all understand what I'm saying, but
Totally
that's,
understand it. Precious, for his kids to think their father unalived himself is hurtful. I don't think he did. Even if he jumped out of the car, I don't think he was doing it to unalive himself.
yeah, yeah. And if he did, I don't think so. I think he was trying to get away from the arguing if that took place. You know what I'm saying? He probably got upset and just wanted to do what I did. You understand what I'm saying? If it happened that way, because we don't know if it really took place like that. I'm just saying, and the only reason I say that, y'all, because it was just so neatly with it. Wings at the phone, the wallet, the money, the slippers on his feet, no clothes was ripped off. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like she said, like we didn't see the picture, so I don't know. But I know for sure the chicken, the wallet, and the money was there neatly by him, and he had his shoes on. We can all verify that because that's what the nurse husband said. They came out and said that.
Yeah, but remember, the nurse husband thought something was already like it was a setup, but they didn't know that the
Wait a
first
minute, who
guy,
said that? Miss Smith, what did the wife say that, or the husband said they thought it was a robbery?
the
No,
husband,
they said no. He said they put it. The money was kind of sticking out as if to show this isn't a
it's a
robbery.
setup.
But we
Okay,
don't
got
know
you.
because we don't know how much money he had up in there.
Yeah, we don't. But see, the couple wasn't there fast enough to really know what the first guy was doing because the first guy didn't put the money back. The first guy, he could have put his shoes on. We don't know. We don't have any clue of what he really did because you got to
Nothing but
touching
the
a
truth.
lot of
She said
stuff.
she never fell out of a vehicle, but she fell off a bike last year, and she said her slides popped and she injured her knees.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I think his injuries match up,
To
but
show the
the
story.
slides is
Thank
off.
you.
I think I think his the injuries match up, but his slides being on are throwing people off, and that first witness could put those shoes on for all we know, because we don't know how much time between the couple versus the guy being there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because we don't know if the shoes was already on him before the black car pulled up, or we don't know if the man put the shoes on him. We don't know. We don't know now. The police with the body cameras, they know what they seen when they got there, you know. But I don't know if
That's
anybody ever seen the body footage, you know, from the police officer. What did he observe when he got there? Was
I don't
everything?
think anybody's seen it yet, Miss. Because open book, I think they told her it takes. How long did they tell you open book?
But what the body cam footage? I think it was
Yeah,
4 months from the date that you requested.
Oh, you said 4 months?
For the body cam footage.
Oh Lord, that's a long time.
Now I don't know about the other stuff, like the police report itself, how long that part is going to take.
they probably. You know what they probably doing is blurring out any information that they
Redacted.
But
would
why it take
probably
so
put
long
out.
for a body camera footage? I thought that is like they can like, you know, I don't know.
I just think they know that they didn't do everything they were supposed to, and that it's going to look a certain type of way once this stuff comes out. I
I
just
think
really
they have
feel
to
like
go through
four
legal.
months.
I think they sending this one through the legal team. I
Exactly.
ain't gonna
Child,
hold
that
you.
was extra. They gonna
And
come
not because
first.
They doing this shit for 4 months because they know they felt that boy, right?
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
think so.
no, I see. I don't think that because the advocate has already went there popping big shit. So now they like, okay, well we sending all of our stuff through legal. Forget y'all. Wait on it.
Oh, that could be a possibility too.
It still shouldn't take no 4 months.
It does when you got to go through legal. So
Nothing
now
but
you
the
got
truth.
to
So they
take
told
it
her
and
4 months. They told her 4 months, and she told them, "Okay, I'll be waiting."
Yeah, we waiting on
yeah. I
it.
think
Got
they
me
had to edit.
summertime. I got more time.
I think they have to edit that mess, and then they're gonna send that video to legal to make sure their I's are dotted, and then it may get kicked back to them, and then they have to do something else, and then they'll release it.
If they should have been like Gilchrist, if you ain't got nothing to hide, go on and release that. Why y'all waiting so long? obviously you redacting too much, trying something. That's my opinion. Because it shouldn't even take that 4 months. Girl, Gilchrist, they released that to Nothing But the Truth. How long did it take, sis, for them to send that to you? Because they wasn't trying to edit nothing out. What they trying to edit? And I can see the phone numbers, like sensitive information. Don't be trying to cut this out, add this. No.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All that.
You know how they be doing
Remember-
TV stations.
But remember now, Gilchrist had theirs closed in December, like basically the same day. Remember, because then GPD told them they were taking over the case, so their case was closed.
Child, they should have worked with Gilchrist because they were more on it.
I think they was too. I wonder what they was talking. Yeah.
Y'all heard Nothing But the Truth just saying Gilchrist didn't redact nothing.
Right, exactly.
They sure did. They came straight forward.
Shoot, they were trying to lock anybody up. I ain't never seen a police department ain't trying to lock nobody up.
Yeah,
They
that first
know
police
how.
department, I ain't gonna lie. I think they was more on it. They was open. They listen to everybody, you know.
Yeah,
and,
they did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think they was more on it. I really do.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. And we're not taking up for Lulu.
No, I'm not.
We ain't taking up for nobody. We're just speaking facts over here. We want justice for whatever happened. We're not saying Lulu innocent. We ain't saying none of that. So I don't know where you get that from. We saying if Lulu did something, Lulu go to jail too.
And if you're going that hard, you definitely need to be going over there and telling other people to stop lying. Because they told y'all in y'all face that a private investigator means private, and that ain't what that means. It means
Wait,
that a
what?
person.
What did Jason say? Has he said anything? No, Shay.
What happened? I missed
Because
something.
that side be over there talking about, well, I think everybody is missing what private means. It means private, the private investigator.
Nothing but the
private.
truth. Yes, girl. Yes. And while I was thinking about that over the weekend,
Oh, she
I'm
said
like,
she was talking about you.
oh, she said, wait, listen. Nothing but the truth just said Lulu is gonna be another Holly.
I don't know how Lulu. Now I agree with y'all if something pop out, but right now that it ain't nothing like Romika case because they didn't close Romika case. They kept investigating her behind.
Well, yeah, that is true too.
Yeah, and they was going around. Oh, the case is closed. The case is closed. The case is closed. Oh no, it was not. No, it was not.
But
So.
also, if you think about it, Lulu, she doing one of Holly's numbers. She getting comfortable because she's starting to speak out more on YouTube and things like that. I think it's just a matter of time now that the case is closed. She's gonna get comfortable. She'll start talking.
Yeah.
Talking more, coming back.
And when you get comfortable, that's when shit gonna go wrong for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's when shit gonna go wrong when you get comfortable, because that's what happened to the old girl. She got comfortable, started going out, talking hella shit, posting shit, and what happened? They locked her ass up the day after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Hey Royalty. Hey Peanut girl, how you been?
Hey Peanut.
I got hit by a car from a person with the sun in his eyes. It went up in the air and fell on my. Ooh, girl. Ooh. That sounded like that was painful. Jesus, I'm glad you still here too, sweetie.
Facts, nothing but the truth.
Ramika family stood on business. Facts. You better know that. That's why I say I will always respect that family. That family stood on business, 10 toes down. They did not give up. They was transparent with us. They gave us our props. Every blogger, they didn't care about the bloggers putting up reports, dissecting the reports. It wasn't no secret shit. It wasn't none of that shit. They was their own motherfucking PI because they stood on that family. That family stuck together. They stood on it. They stood on it. They wasn't letting up. And it didn't take them long. Didn't take them long.
I agree. Nothing but the truth. Yeah, I definitely agree, D. That's what I liked about that too. And they still like united and following this through. It's not like they've given up. It's like still a whole mission and assignment. Till all of this goes through. And it was something else I was going to say. Oh, and they actually had a certain day of the week. I think that they would go and protest like weekly.
Yeah,
I
was
think it
it
was
like
every
Tuesday,
Wednesday.
Thursday?
I think it
Oh,
was
it was
every
Wednesday.
Wednesday or every Tuesday, one of those days, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that case got heated, like heated. It did. I understand, Peanut. I understand, baby. It's all good. I definitely do understand. Sometimes you got to take a break. There's nothing wrong with a break. But yeah, Ramika family was very transparent with us, you know, and they appreciated everything everyone did. They didn't come out, telling stuff that wasn't true. They stood on it. They stood on things that Ramika did. They just stood on it. They wasn't trying to hide things, but it didn't take the fact away. What happened to her should have happened. It did not take that fact away. The same thing about this case right here. It's the same thing, you know. And she lost her life in the worst way.
Absolutely.
In the worst way. So
Yeah, her case coming up. What is it? Wednesday?
yep, Wednesday. Yep. Coming up Wednesday. Mm-hmm. He'll be back in court Wednesday. So I'm probably gonna do a live this weekend to cover that. I'll probably wait till the weekend and do that live. It's always about transparent, always. And it's about respect. You know, when you dealing with certain situations, just like Ramika family, they had to have respect because they know what they was gaming for. They know they wanted justice for Ramika. So, they couldn't be, going to the police department, going crazy, acting crazy, and all this stuff. They knew what they wanted. They wanted justice for Ramika. So they knew how to operate this shit. I'm waiting on the first. Yep, the first is Wednesday, girl.
I think for Romika's family, for Romika's family, they were very diligent about keeping the situation contained to just those three that were there on the scene, and everybody not attacking other people's family, unless their family came out and put themselves out there like that.
Right,
So they were very gracious about the whole situation, I would say.
right, right, right. And even though all that happened, she still did not like, people talking about people, kids, and I respect all of that from her. Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
I just noticed.
Okay. I'm gonna do it when I get off. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you. I probably didn't.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll take care of that as soon as I get off. Yeah, so, like I said, we all want justice for him. Like I said again, we don't know what happened. We was not there. We don't know what happened. And the truth will come out. It will. And I would never say I don't want the case to be open back up. I want it to be open back up because it deserves to be open back up. It deserves to be open back up. It deserves the truth to be told. What happened to him? He deserved that. He deserved that. Absolutely, he deserved it. Yes, he does deserve that. And they got a lawyer. Oh, I don't know. Wait a minute. Who got a lawyer? Who we talking about? Are you talking about the Ramika case or Dro case? You have to stand on business if you don't want your case thrown away. Yeah, that's so true. That is so true, sis. Absolutely, I definitely agree with you on that. You got to stand on it. I agree. Yeah, cameras are everywhere if they want the truth to be known. Yeah, that's what Open Book just said. Somebody said on Facebook that it was cameras everywhere. See, I don't live there. Do you live in Florida? Awesome live. Thank you for sharing, Miss D. God continues blessing. Thank you, sis. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. You are quite welcome. Yeah, and ain't no telling how long this may last. We don't know. We don't know how long this may last. It can last to the end of the year to because I don't know how they do things in Florida. I don't know, it may take a couple of months for the case to be reopened. I don't know, it may take to the end of the year, the beginning of the year. I don't know. I don't know what their protocol is there to reopen up a case. Do you have to have evidence before you reopen the case? I don't know. I don't know. It's just crazy and it's just sad.
On that part, they definitely gonna need evidence to reopen because it was ruled as an accident.
Hmm. Um.
Or a lot of community support.
So where's they going to get the evidence from?
You see nothing but the truth. She said in Florida you got 24 hours to request footage, and that's why Lulu ain't tell them nothing in the first 24 hours. She far from done.
Oh, really? Huh.
But I thought she gave the mom and the dad's number to the hospital because they called.
Hey, Miss
And
Johnson.
the hospital called the mom, and the mom was there within that first 24 hours. And then she had called the dad, and the dad admitted that the baby mama called, or Tyrone's mom called.
Well, so okay, so nothing but the truth. So are you saying 24 hours to request footage from where? Anywhere there or certain places? And they are going to have some strong evidence or
Girl, you been waiting for my live? Girl, I've been on live since 12 something. She said, oh my God, Miss D, I've been waiting on your live. Shit, I'll be getting off in a minute. She said, yeah. I come on at between like 12 and 12:15, sis. You gotta set your notifications. Where the people is the problem here. Where the family is the problem here. She said the camera's open book.
oh, any camera? Whoa. Oh my gosh. Well, Hopefully the police department requested the camera footage. Right, hey Peanut.
Yeah, that's true. The footage ain't there no more. Hmm. That's what I'm saying. I would have told that police, show me your body cameras when you was there. That's why I said when the father got that phone call to come into that police station, he should have went. I wouldn't have gave a damn who was with me. I would have just went there, see what they was talking about, asked them, could I see the footage? Because y'all had the footage then. So there's no way y'all should have told that father, y'all got to wait. Y'all had that footage then. That was fresh footage. Y'all should have had that footage to show the father at that time. That's why I said the father should have went. All that, I'll be there when I get my team and all that stuff. No. That was a mistake. I wouldn't have did that.
Y'all trying to get me to cut up. I am not cutting up with y'all today.
Now, nothing but the truth. Sis, I know you're a tech guru, okay? Is there a way? Because I was trying to think of this on your video with Lulu's voice when she was talking to the sister. Is there a way or an app to get that like into transcript form, like the words? Because I didn't know if it could do like a transcript of what she's saying. Because I can bear and I want to hear it because it seems like that's some homework we got before Polo put this on the floor today. We got some homework. I need the clip notes. Okay.
Oh my God.
So I'm just trying to see because I couldn't hear. I was trying to use my good ear. And I'm like, man, I'm trying to hear every other word. Oh my goodness. I didn't know what I could do to get just her words out on paper or something or written out.
Open book, could I do that while I'm live?
What?
What you just told me.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Because I don't know what
Okay.
Do.
Got you. Okay. Lord, what in the world is going on here? What time is he going live? Because I need to be on that live.
I know, and I gotta run some errands. Let me get up. I want to be sitting somewhere where I can pay attention.
It's probably gonna be tonight though, because he always do live sometime like at nighttime. Polo is too much. And like I said, I know a lot of people don't like Polo, but I like him because he never did nothing to me. Like, to be honest, y'all, I don't dislike the Davis family. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. I don't dislike them. I don't know them. I just didn't like the lies. I just didn't like the manipulation. I just didn't like the gaslighting. The loudness. I didn't like that. But I wish them well. And I hope that this case can be reopened to resolve this situation, no matter who is wrong and who is right, and no matter who was involved. If by any chance that it comes out that Lulu did not do this, hey, I hope they can accept it. And if it comes out that Lulu did it, I hope Renee can accept it. And I'm just being straight across the board here, y'all. And that's just the way it is. If it comes out that someone else be involved and they go to jail, I hope both sides can accept it. I'm being straight honest. Because it's about justice for what happened to this boy. That's just period.
Yeah, because I don't know, because Renee already did a video where she called the coroner's, the ME's office, and she was talking with them.
Oh yeah, she did. I seen it. You're right.
So she did.
That's not a lot of proof to me on stuff. You can call it.
Open book don't believe nothing nobody say about this case no more.
I'm sticking to it. I said what I said.
Hey,
I don't want to. I know what I'm feeling. I'm not going against it. Something's not right.
it's not. I got listen.
Everybody
I'm
is
with
such.
you. I'm with you. Something ain't right with this case. I just can't put my hands on it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like you know what I'm saying. I know it all because I don't. That's why I speculate, and we all are again. Even the supporters. We are all coming together as a team when I go live, and we all being respectful, and we all are speculating because we don't know. But what I'm going to say, I'm going to stick to, I feel like he was beating, right? And I'm not going to leave Lulu out of the equation. I'm not. That's just how I feel. Did she do it? Do she know who did it? Did you see it? Was you there? That's just how I feel. I'm being so honest. Because sometimes my mom always told me this. God rest her soul in peace. I miss my mom. She always told me, baby, don't never keep your eye on one person. She said the person you always keep your eye on can be your own enemy that's worked against you. And she's right. And I never forgot that. The person that you praise or the person that you sow against because of people had discredited them so bad, it might not be that person. I'm just giving y'all some thoughts here. I'm just giving y'all some thoughts here. And it's not saying that I'm taking up for anyone because I'm not. But I'm just saying what my mama taught me before she left this world. My mama always taught me that, and I stood on that. That's so true. Yes. Yes, I have to just be honest.
And I don't put nothing past nobody.
Me neither. Shit, you got me.
I know that, like, oh, I know that person I never say that about nobody. No, that person will. Okay. Because we all in human flesh and we are liable to make mistakes, give into temptations, all kind of stuff, So it's like, I just keep an open mind and
Right.
about stuff. Like you just have to keep an open mind on things, especially when you're dealing with the case with so much confusions and things that were hidden, lies and all kind of things we're starting to find out about can be very deceptive, and it causes you to be on guard with information that you're getting now. So it's like, well, man, I don't know what to trust. I don't know who to trust and all of that,
And I'll never forget years ago, y'all. It's this girl, I thought she was my best friend. And she lived upstairs from me, right? I lived like a little complex. So one morning I woke up, my kid's father had left $500 for me, right? He put it in the money order, left on the dresser. So when I got up, she came downstairs. We started talking or whatever. So I'm calling his phone. It was like, what did you do with the $500 money order? He said, I left in the dresser. And I said, no, it's no $500 money order there. I stood him down that he did not leave it. We even got into an argument behind that, right? So I went upstairs, back asked her, did she see a money order? I didn't accuse her. I asked her, did she see the $500 money order? She said, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, right? I said, okay, I left it as that, right? I never thought she would take from me. So one day I was looking out the window and I seen her shopping and I still didn't think none of it, because I always ask God to show me. So one day her sister got upset with her and called me and told me, she said, D, I can't hold this no more. My sister, the one that you called your best friend, that you thought would never take from you or do anything to you. Because I really did not think she did that to me. I was thinking my kid's father was lying to me about leaving it. I jumped on him. She said, no, T, you owed your kid's father apology. She stole your money order and cashed it in. Yes. Someone that I thought was my friend that would never take from me, and I never wanted to accuse her of it. So I said that to say what I just said. Be careful, because the ones that you think that won't get you and won't do something to you, I never ever spoke to her a day in my life again after that. And I did approach her about it. I did. And she said, my sister's lying. Nah, no. No. Why would your sister lie? Why would your sister lie? And what happened, y'all, it was my mistake too, because I should have told him to at least put my name on the money order, whatever the situation may be. But the money order was empty, nothing. So that's why she was able to write it out to herself, go back to the post office and recash it.
Wow.
That's why I say you can't trust people. The people you think it ain't is those people. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's why, there's a lot of reasons why I don't deal with too many females. I stay to myself a lot. I love being to myself. I'm happy, I'm not sad and all of that stuff. I like being to myself, because of the things that I have went through in my life, trying to be nice to people, I used to always help her out and give her food and stuff, do a lot of things for her. And she betrayed me in the worst way. So that's why I said everybody need to be open-minded if this was not Lulu. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying it's not, but if it was not her, if he was beaten by somebody else and placed on that highway, then what? Everybody gonna be like, oh my God, we thought it was Lulu. Oh my God. And some people is saying that they think he was placed there, and some people is saying that they think Lulu beat him and threw him out the car. So everybody have their own speculation. But that's why I said keep an open mind at this point, because we really don't know. The toxicology report is not telling us who beat him. That's not telling us who beat him. They're only telling us the injuries. You understand what I'm saying? So we really still don't know what happened to him. And I'm just being honest, we don't know. Do I think she know what happened to him? Of course I do. If she didn't do it, I'm putting an if on that because I don't know. If she did not do it, do she know what happened? Absolutely, I believe that. Absolutely. All I need is my kids. I know that's right, sis. I know that's right. Yes, Miss London. I believe that. Yes.
Hey, D, I'm going to hop down because I got to go run an errand, but I'll be in the chat.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming up, sis. Love you.
Oh, love you too. No problem. Bye, chat.
Bye, okay.
What did she say? My best friends are men. Sometimes that's the best way to be, baby. I don't blame you. And my cousin and my other was my childhood friend who passed so many years ago. I'm sorry to hear about your friend, sis. Sorry to hear about your friend. I feel like we are solving a mystery. It does seem like that way, though. It does seem like it does seem like that. But God gonna put everything in place. He definitely is. He's gonna put everything in place. Yeah, he's definitely gonna put everything in place. Don't worry, he will. God is a good God. He always on time. He show up and he show out. So yeah, we ain't got to worry about that. It's gonna happen. She didn't do it. It was a setup, and she's still just as guilty. A lot of people have said that too, Peanut. Yes. Yep. A lot of people have said that also. And like I said, I respect everybody's opinion because everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled. Yep. But it will come out. It will come out. Justice for Dro. It definitely will come out. It will. But I'm going to get up off of here. If anybody want to donate, the link is on top, pinned up top, because I don't want to miss Polo Live. I ain't even gonna lie. Miss Smith. Miss Smith.
Yeah.
I just don't even want to miss the live. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. God damn, if you ain't subscribed to Polo, you better go on over there and do it. I ain't gonna lie. I know a lot of people don't like Polo, but I like Polo because he never did anything to me. You know what I'm saying? I think, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. I didn't I didn't even drop
Tags, hey Peanut.
post pictures until after I have a location.
After she leaves the location.
Ray, do you have a Facebook? Or I mean, not Facebook, Instagram? I don't follow him. I wait. You say you don't follow him? Yeah, I be following him. What happened to Lulu brother? I don't think the brother never had nothing to do with it. I don't even want to, say nothing about the brother because I don't think the brother really had nothing to. You understand what I'm saying, Miss Smith? I don't want to,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at first they was gunning for his brother. I never gunned for her brother because I didn't have no proof of that. So I don't know. I don't want to say nothing about her brother. I don't even know her brother, to be honest. I don't even know his name. I know someone had posted a picture of her brother coming out the airport or something like that with her or some shit like that. I forgot. But that was the only time I actually seen her brother. I don't know too much about her brother. What's your Instagram? Or if you don't want to put your Instagram in the chat, do me a favor. Reach out to Brittany, my mom, and give her your Instagram, and she'll give it to me. Reach out. What's Brittany name in my Brittany Davis? Reach out to Brittany Davis on Instagram and leave her an inbox of your IG. Yes, we got homework for that live. Laugh out loud. I would. Okay.
Yeah, Miss D will be here tomorrow. We do not give her breaks.
They showed them. Oh, wait. Oh my God. No, y'all. I will not be live tomorrow. I forgot. I have an appointment tomorrow. Damn. All right. So hold on, y'all. I forgot. I will not be live tomorrow. Hold on. I'm looking for something right quick. Let me look at because I don't know what time I'll be back. If I can get back in time enough, I will do it. But I gotta see what time I'll be back.
Okay, take care of your business first. We'll be waiting for you if you come. Go live.
Yeah, I forgot. So if y'all see my thumbnail set, hold on, I'm trying to get. Hold on, let me write down her. Not down. Oh shit, I'm making a mess over here. Hold on, let me just write down her IG. Now, where did she put her IG at? You see it, sis?
No, they removed. It's gone.
I was trying to screenshot it. Arthur and the brother both need to clear for me. Rhino, put it in the chat again for me. So y'all, if y'all see my thumbnail, I'm gonna go live tomorrow. If not, we're gonna recap on Wednesday. All depends on what time I get back from my appointment. Let me see. Don't post it here. Send a coffee and put it in there. Sounds smart, peanuts. Peanut. Are you cooking? No, not today. I cooked yesterday. I have leftovers. I did steak and rice and vegetables yesterday. So I have that left for today. I don't even feel like cooking every day, y'all. For real, I don't. I don't know. I just don't got it in me no more like I used to. But I do it sometimes, though. I do it sometimes. Oh shit! You already ready to eat? Me too, but I don't know. I just don't like cooking like that no more like I used to. Ray, just hit up Brittany Davis on YouTube. I mean on Instagram. Just hit her up on Instagram and just tell her to send it to me. Just hit her up on Instagram. And you will see her picture. And she'll send it to me in my inbox. Yeah. So, y'all, if I be back,
You said Brittany or Brandy Davis on Instagram?
Brittany Davis, my mom, Brittany Davis, because she always checking her inbox on Instagram. Yeah, so let's hit her up. Now, if y'all see I'm gonna make a thumbnail when I get off, in case I be back in time enough. And if I be back in time enough, I will come live, right? If I don't, then I will see y'all Wednesday. But I know y'all gonna want to see me tomorrow. So yeah. I'm gonna do the best I can, okay, y'all? I'm gonna do the best I can. You may want to create an email for folks to reach out. Ooh, child, I don't even talk to people like that, to be honest. I really don't. To be honest, I really don't. Because the ones I talk to, they know how to reach out to me. Like Miss Smith, open book, nothing but the truth. Like they know how to get in contact with me. All my mods, they know how to get in contact with me. Shit, I'd be scared to give people an email. I don't know. I'm scared of these folks, girl. These folks is, oof, Lord. I don't know. I gotta think about that one. Me neither. All the food seems the same. Yeah, it does. You right. That's true, Peanut. Okay, Ray. Don't forget, hit Brittany Davis up on IG. Listen, for the Ramika case, if I don't do it the day of her court date, I'm gonna do her live probably on Sunday, and not on this channel. It won't be done on this channel here. So because I got so much going on, you know what I'm saying? I can't cover all of these cases at one time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different supporters with different cases. So I don't want to mix it up like that. So I probably cover Ramika case probably this weekend, or but it won't be on this channel. It will be on my other channel. So just keep your eyes open. What's your channel? Be in here tomorrow, and I get one of my moms to drop it because I don't have time to drop it right now, Peanut. But tomorrow I will drop it. Tomorrow I will drop it for you tomorrow. Remind me though. Remind me so I won't forget. Okay. So I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you guys. Miss Smith, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow, baby. Y'all be safe out here in these YouTube streets. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay prayed up. And always remember to keep God first. And let's make sure we keep in mind we want justice for Ramika and we want justice for Jerome. Okay? And I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love.